Alright, you'll have to forgive me if this looks like shit. I'm not sure if it will or does. I am testing what the stream looks like right now. I've been having trouble. MK, check now. This is mostly just a test. If you're here, hi, it's good to see you. But I haven't sent out any announcements anywhere because this is a test and I'm not sure if this is like workable yet. Oh, I don't know. How does it look, MK? If you're here. Okay, cool. That was a pretty speedy response as well. You try typing something in chat and we'll see how long it takes to show up. Hi, RB. We'll see how long it takes to show up on the screen. Very good. Thank you, MK. Is it like the delay or lack thereof, does it seem reasonable? Sorry, it looks like this might actually be streamed now, so I should start the Phoenix Wright music that I was playing an hour ago when I first tried to go live. Okay, cool. Hi, 20 yards. How's it going? Hi guys, and there's the Stream Elements post, thank you. Okay, now I'll send out all the announcements and everything. I appreciate you guys' patience, I really do. Aw, man. Come on, clipboard, don't you remember the stream announcement that I typed? No, you don't, son of a bitch. All right, hang on. I have to retype that now. You guys get to look behind the looking glass, although fortunately, it sucks to highlight shit, Jesus Christ. I have a giant monitor to the right here that was never made to be navigated with a trackpad. I will say that fortunately I do still have my announcements on Twitter and Blue Sky ready to go. It's just the one in Discord that I have to retype because I had to delete it so I could tell you guys that I was having internet issues. Okay. Yeah, I was talking to MK. She was helping me figure out my internet problems, and she asked me who the provider is in my mom's hometown. She wanted to know if it wasn't Optimum because maybe she's had like bad experiences with Optimum internet in New York that she felt like she could speak on more authoritatively. And I informed her that no, in fact, the internet and cable company in my mom's hometown is called Cox. Which, whenever there's a service outage like this one, really just feels the most apt that any name could possibly be. Hi, Vega. Welcome to the stream. I need to try to lift my spirits because I just spent an hour fucking crawling through the modem's asshole and I wasn't sure if I was gonna be able to stream. And when the modem isn't working, when the house internet and the Wi-Fi aren't working, this house is a fucking Faraday cage because cell phone data is extremely poor and like half the time it goes from 5G to just like the Ghostbusters symbol, the circle with the cross through it. So yeah, it's been a situation. You know what I'm gonna do, indeed, Maddox, while you guys are still showing up, and I hope you won't consider this like me leaving you because I'll still be visible in the background, is that I'm gonna go get a can of Coke from the fridge back there because I figure it's got caffeine, it's got sugar. I need something like delicious to drink right now so that I feel better than I felt for the past 45 minutes. All right. Let me make sure that I can walk away from the camera, like walk in a distance inverse to the camera or obverse. I don't really know how the words work. The fridge is mercifully silent for the moment. It gets real fucking loud sometimes, which is one of many reasons that I couldn't stream from the kitchen table, which had been my original intention. Well, Bram, I left you. Tough titties. I'm sorry. Oh, man. I know, right, Maddox? Yeah, RB, I'll bet it sounded roomy. No fridge tour. There will not be a tour of the fridge at this time. The fridge tour would be very sad. Because it's all my mother's food. And then, like, my pizza box from last night, and 2 cans of Coke. And milk. Yes. You look to MK's message for a fun fact that I frankly don't really understand, but I'm sure she knows what she's talking about. Yeah, I'll just exhale loudly and obnoxiously after every single sip. Now, I did go to my hometown pizza place last night, which I said I felt leery of doing, because last time I went there, the girl I went to school with recognized me. I don't know any other restaurants in my hometown. I talked about it on Discord last night. You know, you grow up to an adult and then you are living in like a city or wherever you are, probably not the place you were born usually, and you have a car or other modes of transportation. Maybe, like me, you might be lucky enough to live somewhere walkable even. Diesel Shot, thank you so much for the 8 months. And then you come back to your hometown, it's like, I don't know where to get food. Where are there, where can I place a pickup order at a restaurant in the morning? Where do I get coffee? Like, I didn't realize how spoiled I was. In Philadelphia, I was within walking distance of 5 different coffee shops, including the furthest one away was the one that I went to like maybe the most often because they have really good breakfast sandwiches. I just walked to all these places. I didn't have time to get coffee this morning, but if I had gotten coffee, I would have had to get in my fucking car and drive down to the water, one of the 2 cafes that exist. Because everything is just road and yard and driveway. Yeah, Faith, there's a Dunkin' Donuts not too far up the road here, but I'm not going to a goddamn Dunkin' Donuts. I learned this when I was at Barry's place in South Philly, because I'm sure there's more than 2 coffee places in walking distance, but there's 2 that I've been to, and one of them is a small, independent, self-owned coffee place, and the other one is a Dunkin' Donuts, to which Barry occasionally sends me because she wants a donut or because she has a Dunkin' Donuts gift card that she's acquired through some ridiculous process. And, you know, the independently owned coffee place and maybe staffed entirely by teenagers. Those teenagers may be talking to each other instead of making my order. They may get my order wrong. They may not understand all the parts of my order because they're children, but they don't look like they're about to kill themselves, which, if you go to the fucking Dunkin' Donuts, it's a bit of a different situation. Maddox Home Cookie Kent, thank you for the $5 donation. Alright, so I went to my local pizza place last night, and I don't think that the girl that I went to school with recognized me. She didn't see the name on my credit card. My credit card doesn't have any information on the top of it. Only on the bottom of it is where it has my dead name and the credit card info. I feel like this is like an InfoSec violation telling you this, but I don't know what you could do with that information. You still actually need the credit card if you wanted to rip me off. But so I think she just like saw the top with the chip and inserted it. I'm not sure that she saw my name. If she had, I would not have any plausible deniability because I was still e-girled up from stream the previous night. But she didn't say anything. That's what I was worried about. I don't give a shit if she recognized me. I was chiefly concerned with having a fucking conversation about being trans, which I seem to have successfully avoided, mercifully. Also, it was fucked up seeing her looking so old. It reminded me of In the World's End when they're all out at the bar and they see the marmalade sandwich over the far table and Gary like tries to get him over and Nick Frost says, leave the past where it is, it's bad enough having to look at your old ugly mugs. No, I'm not going, well, I'm going to Evil Dunkin'. Yeah, there may not be any coffee places anywhere near my mom's house besides Dunkin', but I will not be going. They also just make like really bad coffee. Like I'm not insensate to the like aesthetic appeal of like, I grew up in southern New England. Here in southern New England, there's nothing but Dunkin' Donuts on every block. There was a cartoon that used to get circulated. Somebody like pulled over in Rhode Island and asks for directions, and all of the landmarks in the directions of the person who answers them are Dunkin' Donuts. You drive down the street until you reach the Dunkin' Donuts, then you take a right. You're gonna pass another Dunkin' Donuts on the left 2 blocks after that, like that kind of thing. Yeah, no, it's terrible for Eden Rose. It's really, really, really bad. Again, I discovered this. I've had to get coffee from Dunkin' Donuts 2 times last year, both of them for Barry, one of them because she and I were hungover at PAX Unplugged, which is fair. It's a funny situation. Is music louder than my voice? It shouldn't be. I'm sorry, I'll turn it down further. Well, MK, I do like it to be well quieter than my voice. Now, the person who said that was kind of a jackass for saying it so bluntly, but it was louder than I like it, so I'm happy to turn it down. Well, yeah, Bremy, it's like, you'd see like, oh, a drawing of an anime character in a Boston Red Sox hat and a Celtics uniform, and they have the Dunkin' Donuts. Thank you, Baker. I feel bad for saying that you're a jackass now. But the Dunkin' Donuts coffee is quite bad. Yeah, I don't have the audio mixer as big as I like it, thanks Locktar. In OBS at home, I can only see either my volume or the computer volume at any given time, so I don't actually know how they compare. Now, you might notice, viewer, that I am just like, that I'm dressed in like a cute little outfit. Bram, I have no, oh, okay, never mind, I get it. Did I say Celtics instead? Did I say Celtics instead of Celtics? I know that this team is pronounced wrong. Did I neglect to pronounce it wrong? Anyway. Yeah, the coffee's just not very good. Thank you, KSBPTV. Right, I was gonna say, you might notice I'm wearing like a cute little outfit instead of my mom's work clothes, which I was threatening to steal while I streamed Phoenix Wright. The thing about that is that I have rediscovered, since returning to my childhood home, that I'm really fucking scared of my mom. So I don't know if I'm gonna do that. I've been on pretty high anxiety. I would say that it's actually really nice here in the mornings because there's like a lot of natural light. You know, this house is not right next to all the other houses surrounding it, like in a city like Philadelphia. So there's plenty of sun coming in through the windows in the mornings, which ironically I feel like makes me feel more rested, especially right now because it's very snowy outside. That like bright white light coming off the snow, like makes me feel revitalized, and light coming in through the window warms me up and everything. That being said, nighttime here is pretty fucking lousy. Because the house is too big for one Tessa and 2 cats, and it gets really cold. I've turned up my mom's thermostat, which she will probably be upset with me for doing, but I've internalized that as like the price that she is paying me for cat sitting. Whatever the differential is, the disparity is between how much she usually pays for heat and how much she's gonna end up paying for heat after I've raised the thermostat by 4 degrees, that's my fee. Oh yeah, I was gonna say, the second time last year that Barry sent me to Dunkin' Donuts during Unplugged, I told her that I was quote unquote really hungover, which for me means it actually has to be pretty bad. But she nevertheless elected to send me to get her coffee and breakfast. And then she was upset that I was taking a long time. I was like, baby, I literally told you I was hungover. I'm sorry. Bremy, I feel it's almost certain that Bert will pay us a visit. That light seems to be very warm back there. Ernie was wandering around the kitchen earlier today. I couldn't get him to leave his bed yesterday, but today he has come up a couple times already, which is encouraging. And I also got him to move halfway between his bed and the food dish. I don't know if like, probably like a disruption in the schedule makes him like wary and not willing to go next to his very food competitive brother to try to get wet food. But I coaxed him halfway there, so maybe tonight or tomorrow morning I can get him all the way to the dish. Also, I had to pick Bert up because he weaseled into the living room and he went right for the plants, and I did not want him to chew up and destroy the plants. So I had to chase him around for a while and then scoop him. And he is heavier than he looks, probably just because he's so long. Because he definitely does not look chubby, but damn, it's like a ton of bricks. That being said, I will consider picking him up and bringing him over for you guys today. It was cute. When I picked him up, he like initially wriggled to escape, but then like accepted his fate and like stretched out horizontally like a person lying in bed. All right, I'm probably gonna get going with this Phoenix Wright shit. I'm glad we were able to go live. That was a real pain in the ass for 45 minutes there, trying to get this fucking stream to work. I'm pretty sure I sent out all the live announcements, so I'm just Gucci to start streaming now. I will turn that up. There we go. Diesel shot, excellent. I will do my best to be suitable TV entertainment. Thank you, Diesel. Not that ant, yes, like that one, like the story of Uthgar the Loki, where Thor can't pick up the cat. That's actually the Midgardsormr. Haha, can you pick up my cat? Just kidding, it's the serpent that encircles the world. I don't know how I did that. Thank you, Diesel Shot. It is a classic prank, KSBPTV. Okay, I'm probably supposed to... So they said we should start investigating. Luke Atme wasn't home yet. I'm probably supposed to go back to the basement of Lordly Taylor, and I think Adrian Andrews is gonna be there, and that she will have a psyche lock, because I remember Adrian Andrews being the first character I ever found a psyche lock on. Ah! Maya! Oh, Miss Andrews. I'm so sorry. It's my fault. Your precious urn. Man, that was stolen like 24 hours ago now. You don't need to be freaking out. White woman jump scare. Your precious urn! Please, calm down. What's wrong? It never ends. Everything I touch ends in failure. Maya, I'm sorry. I'll do anything to make it up to you. No. I know I don't look it, but I'm good with my hands. I could make you another urn. Hold on, just wait, okay? Breathe, calm down. Calm down, and take a nice deep breath. Forgive me. Yeah, I'll forgive you. Actually, do you know about the suspect? Actually, do you know about this bitch? She's bad as fuck. Ms. Andrews? I know, it's all my fault, but what's done is done. I'll make it up by making a new urn for you. I'm just wasting my time. She's too far gone. No, yeah. You don't want to talk about Luke? How you feel about Mask? You don't want to talk about the guy who stole the urn? Okay, look, it was this guy. Really, it was his responsibility. Now we can talk about him. So when did you get the calling card from Mask to Mask? Let's see, exactly 10 days ago. I was going to show it to the police, but that detective stopped me. So you asked Detective Atme to help with security? Look at his fucking picture. Yes, in fact, it was about 20 days ago that I hired him. He seemed to know much more about Mask to Mask than the police. So you hired him for security even before the calling card arrived? Well, yes. I had a premonition that something bad might happen. I'm actually psychic. We don't really talk about it. I've learned to trust my hunches. So that's why there are security cameras, even in the basement. Oh, so that's why there are security cameras, even in the basement warehouse? Yes, Lordly Taylor is very serious about their security measures. It was their way of saying, bring it on to any potential thieves. Maybe that's not the message that you want to send to potential thieves, Adrian. I don't know. Well, he sure brought it last night, and even left with a nice souvenir. Oh, God. Can you tell us a bit about the security for the treasure exhibition? It was all my fault. I never should have called this paltry little collection a treasure exhibit anyway. Why do you say that? The urn that was stolen is a pretty important object. The urn that was stolen, Maya's right there. It's a pretty important object. Maybe, but its actual value after appraisal was, well, practically zero. Zero? I polished it until it was just about glowing. I thought maybe I could make it look more valuable. But that urn contains the soul of Mystic Ami. Anyway, I left all the security arrangements to Detective Atme. But 5 days ago, I began receiving all sorts of other exhibit items from Karine. A lot of people started going in and out of the warehouse down there. So maybe one of them was actually mask in disguise. No, I personally checked out everyone that came through here, so that's not possible. I was gonna say, Faith, knowing Adrian, she probably even checked out what they ate for breakfast that morning. What do you mean, no, you don't know her that well? Why is that the conclusion that you draw about her? I don't know that. All right. Can we talk about things now? No, we can't talk about things now. Yeah, she's too far gone. Oh well. I wish I could stream late to make up for having gone live so late, but I got shit I have to do tonight, unfortunately. I wish it wasn't so. Was I just supposed to... Because I assumed that there would be a character here that I hadn't spoken to. I actually thought it would be Adrian. I thought she'd be in here and she would have a psyche lock, but she isn't and doesn't. So was I just supposed to talk to her, and now I can go, will Atme be here? October 12th, Atme Detective Agency. Hello? Well, well, how lovely it is to see you again, my dear. Welcome to my abode. Relax and soak up the atmosphere. We're actually kind of... Shh! Silence! Hi. Precisely as I expected. What is... Tzvari! The truth has once again been elegantly revealed to me. I love this guy. Oh, it's okay, just. A lawyer, a spirit, and a spirit medium, am I correct? I think we've already been through this. Ha! So my estimation was correct. Sorry! How truly elegant. Now then, what can I do for you? Let's talk about, you know, a guy has turned himself in as the thief, right? You didn't catch shit. This man surrendered to the police, admitting that he was masked a mask. Maybe so, but I'm not convinced that he's really behind the thefts. Kind of seems like a... Oh, okay. He is... Sounds pretty sure. Just look at his forehead. It's all in the shape of his mouth and eyes. He's what, a bottom? This is the classic face of a thief. It is unmistakable. Damn, I need to start fucking more thieves. Is there anything that isn't unmistakable to you? This person is... Oh, I actually talked to you about yourself already. Never mind. You want to talk about Ron's hot wife, dude? Did you see her? What about this person here, Detective Atme? Is something wrong? Did the cat get your tongue or something? That photo leaves me with a distinctly indistinct feeling. Really? Because the feeling it gives me is pretty distinct. In this case, I'm afraid my perspicacity has been left wanting. I think he's trying to say that he doesn't have any information. You could say that she's really hot. The night of the crime. You mentioned before that you were on guard duty all alone last night. That's suspicious. Precisely. This is my 5th encounter with my archenemy. I refuse to allow anyone to interfere with the rightful pursuit of my prey. I heard you've been after Mask to Mask since his very first theft. Yes, my dear. I see that you've done your homework. In his very first heist, that vile thief pilfered the famous jewel, the Tear of Eminem. I don't remember this icon. Wow, look at that. I first encountered him in the museum's Sacred Hall, the crime scene itself. So that's why you were hired as security for the treasure exhibit? I'm pretty sure he said that Adrian Andrews hired him. Yes, I borrowed some equipment from Lordly Taylor and set the perfect trap. You must mean the security camera. I borrowed the security camera that was already there. But I thought you were watching the area yourself, too. So how did Mask to Mask manage to steal the urn? That's the million-dollar question. What is Damask's modus operandi? Mr. Atme, did you know about the sacred urn? I'm interested in only one thing, my dear, and that is Mask to Mask. Sacred urn? Pfft, that has nothing to do with this case. But wasn't that what Mask to Mask stole this time? I am a hunter, sir. The urn was nothing more than a lure to catch my prey. You yourselves remember the shape of individual peanuts you throw to pigeons? I don't think I like this guy's attitude, Nick. Very good, Jules. Well, anyway, it looks like he doesn't know about the urn. Oh, right, because we're looking for it, because Ron said he lost it after he stole it. He also said he stole it. There's something that's kind of bothering me. Please, my dear, ask me anything you like. Hello, Karn. After all, we are all but seekers, wandering alone in the dark. Well, I was wondering how Mask to Mask managed to steal the urn. I mean, isn't it strange that you don't seem to know? What the fuck? Ellipsis. Yeah, now that you mention it, hey, yeah, what the fuck? After all, you were on guard that night at the scene of the crime. Unless you were sound asleep, you should have at least seen Mask to Mask. What? What the? I've never seen one of these before. It's a psyche lock. Did I call it a psych lock earlier? You'll have to forgive me if I did. That was my middle school pronunciation. Because I had never seen P-S-Y-C-H-E by itself before. I'd only seen, you know, P-S-Y-C-H as a component of like psychic and psycho and stuff. So I was like, psych. Psyche lock? What? Hey, look at me. Did you know that you have like a metaphorical lock within your heart that is keeping me from getting information? Let's talk about that. Hey Nick, what's this psyche lock thing? Well, your Magatama lets me see when people are keeping secrets. By breaking their mental locks, I can find out what those secrets are. What? This Magatama has that kind of power? Maya, you're the one who gave me this Magatama last year. Well, it's true that this Magatama is a prized family heirloom, but we had this entire conversation last night. Pearly was the one that actually imbued it with spiritual powers, right? That's why I don't really know much about what it can do. So you have to explain it to me so that the player knows. This is the woman that's gonna take over the Karine channeling school someday? She's only 19, hardly a woman. So how do you do it? How do you break the psyche lock thing? Well, you present the Magatama to the person with the secret. Cool! I can't wait to see it in action. Come on, try it out. Hoo boy. I think the future master still needs to learn how to be patient. Sure. I don't know that I have the evidence that I need to break it yet, but I know, right, RB? Thank you, Stream Elements, for reminding everyone. Mask to Mask's MO. Detective Atme, You were standing guard at the scene of the crime. There's no way you didn't see Mask to Mask commit the crime. Well now, I can hardly see why you're so positive about that. Well, you fucking jackass. Yes, indeed I was guarding the warehouse, that much is true. But I can tell you for certain that not a single person passed through that door. I'm not sure why, but this Atney guy is lying through his teeth. I know. I'll show him some proof. Detective Atney, I have here proof that someone went through that door last night. Was this examinable? Oh, okay. Take a look at this shit, man. There was a security camera set up at the scene of the crime. It should have automatically taken a photo of anyone that went through that door. Precisely. I hope you don't mind, but we've already gotten our hands on the camera data. As you can see, the camera went off exactly once last night. Whoa! Hey, new sprite! But my monocle didn't catch anyone in its flash. It must be some kind of computer malfunction. It must be. Maybe it was your monocle that malfunctioned. Is that a good line? What? Are you saying I didn't do my duty properly? Detective Atney, you must have seen the thief last night. The question is, why are you trying to hide it? If he's hiding it, there must be some reason that he desperately wants to keep hidden. And I've got just the piece of evidence that should prove it. Okay, let's suppose you didn't manage to see Mask to Mask. In that case, the reason you didn't at that time was because you were... I'm gonna guess unconscious, because I have the bent sword, so maybe Mask to Mask clobbered him over the head. Time to put your money where your mouth is. This. You get in a fight? Detective Atney, you were knocked unconscious by the thief, weren't you? Surely you must be joking. You think that I, Luke Atney, could be knocked unconscious so easily? This sword proves it. That's... Before the theft, the sword was in the hand of the statue of Ami Faye. Furthermore, at that time, it was not bent. I noticed that we're calling it a sword now and not a shichishito. KSBP TV, just you wait. I feel like the NPCs in these games sweat more and more as they go on. The toothbrush guy from Apollo Justice is fucking disgusting. Anyway, there's only one explanation. You were struck on the head and knocked unconscious by this sword. Well, detective, how about it? I'm impressed. You truly are an ace attorney. That's the subtitle of the video game. Yes, Trap Pilgrim. Did I not say Shichishito? Did I fuck up the syllables? Let's talk about Damascus, Emma. I can't deny that there may be a small hint of truth in what you say. So you were knocked out when the thief first clobbered you? Proper. What an ugly way of saying it. But I suppose you could put it that way. The card struck me at the precise moment that I turned to look at the computer. So you never noticed that the thief had entered the warehouse? No, the coward must have wormed his way in through somewhere besides the door. Perhaps the air ducts or the sewer pipes. Then my arch nemesis struck me on the head from behind with this gruesome item here. Ouch, Mr. Atney should have his poor head examined. Well, I think he should get his head examined anyway. You can say that again. How could he have underestimated the thief that badly? He looks like Spamton? Ah, fuck, Brick Ray. He does look like Spamton. You truly are an ace attorney, Trials and Tribulations. Well, looks like we got one thing cleared up anyway. Huh? What? That Atney is the greatest ace detective in the world? No, that he never actually saw the thief. Oh, that's right. So the thief may not even be Mask to Mask. Just one moment, Sir Lawyer. The thief was unquestionably Mask to Mask. But you never actually saw him. Perhaps so, but I installed a security camera for just such a contingency. Oh. Last night, the camera went off exactly once. Behold, this is a photo of the dastardly thief taken by the security camera. And Look at his satisfied little smile. That's him. Mask to mask. Security camera photo added to the court record. The thief can be none other than the arch criminal Mask to Mask. After all, he has a very good reason for committing such brazen crimes. He has a very expensive wife. What are you talking about? So, what did you mean by he had a very good reason? Exactly that. Mr. Delight had a very good reason to dress up and commit those crimes. There should be a green envelope somewhere in his room. You'll need to go and investigate. But how would you know about that? Have you forgotten? You're speaking to the finest ace detective ever to walk on the face of the earth. The most brilliant mind since, well, ever. Look at me. Well, I guess we'd better go take a look just in case. Okay. Well, I did see that envelope last time, but we didn't click on it because Phoenix felt like it was an invasion of privacy. Hi! Hey, Nick, remember what Detective Atme said? Yes, I remember. It just happened. Mr. Delight had a very good reason to dress up and commit those crimes. There should be a green envelope somewhere in his room. You'll need to go and investigate. It's sort of tending in a Churchill direction, I would say. At any rate, that is what we intend to do. A green envelope, huh? Looks like this is it. Okay, let's have a look. If you don't want your true identity revealed to the world, come to KB Security at 1 a.m. on October 12th and bring $50,000? $50,000? This is a blackmail letter. It sure looks like a major clue, all right. Blackmail letter added to the court record. Oh, someone's at the door. I'll be right back. Won't take but a second, I promise. Who? Oh, thank you for coming. That's so nice of you. Oh no, is it him? When I see a damsel in distress, I just can't help myself. Is it Luke at me? Please, come on in. I'll make some coffee. Oh, okay, now it doesn't sound like it's Luke at me. Is it Gumshoe? I know that voice. It's Gumshoe. Oh, Nicky boy, I'm so sorry, but I've got another guest. Oh, fuck! I didn't remember that it was him. I didn't remember him being in this case at all. No, Faith, same! Oh, man. Nick, it's you! And Maya, too! What a fluke! Larry! Long time no see! What? You know each other? Nicky boy! Nick, do you and this girl have, you know, something going on? Something? If you mean what I think. I understand. I underestimated you, Nick. A gorgeous lady like this, and married too? Way to go, dude. Is that a way to go, dude situation, Larry? I knew it. Just when things can't get any worse, it's time to cue in the butts. Way to be a homewrecker, dude. I'm so psyched. Larry Butts. Ever since grade school, he's been not exactly a close friend. Wow! Not exactly a close friend, but yeah, we know each other. Phoenix! Hey man, that was nice. I was your very first client. We've got quite the storied history, he and I. And what we used to say still rings true. When something smells, it's usually the butts. Hey, come on now, you're embarrassing me. And in front of this pretty little thing here. So you two are old childhood friends, I see. That's so sweet. You two go ahead and catch up on old times. I'm gonna go check on my bike. She's about to go get all oily and sweaty. Nice girl, that Desi. So how have you been, Nick? Oh man, my throat is so fucked. I'm having so much trouble doing Larry's voice. Hang on. Thank you for your patience. Too busy if you really want to know. Let's talk about you, Larry. My friend. I've known this trouble magnet ever since grade school. Even you could learn a few tricks from me, Nick. Yeah, like what? Look at my hair, for example. It points up straight, right? But your hair, on the other hand, points backwards. That's no good at all, man. It's defeatist. You gotta aim high for the stars. I can't find a counter argument to that. Let's have a chat, Larry. So what have you been up to this whole time? It's been 2 years since I heard from you. Wow, real close friends. What's with those clothes? You look, well, weird. Hey man, that's uncalled for. This is my uniform for my part-time job. But I can't believe it's been 2 years. They say time flies when you're having fun. What's wrong? Nick, I gotta tell you, women, I don't trust them anymore. Yeah, Larry, let's have a conversation about this, man. I would love to talk about this with you. You got dumped again? Well, you know... That's not a real name. Oh, man. You know Bennifer? I followed her all the way to Japan 2 years ago. That's where I met the famous Caddy Tom? Is that a woman? What the fuck are you talking about? And my whole life changed. Bennifer? Caddy Tom? I never heard of either of them. Anyway, dude, Caddy Tom chose Hollywood over me. Can you believe it? Well, actually, anyway, it sounds like you had quite the adventure. Women, they're so hot. Yeah, I know. Oh, but you're different, Maya. You're not like the rest. You're like one of the guys. Larry. Looks like he's still the same old Larry. Why are you here? So what are you doing here anyway? Huh? What do you mean by that? I'm just a natural born nice guy, that's all. This fucking Golden Boy plotline. Yes, Helena. Yeah, with Sleeve McDykel and Bobson Dugnut. Well, actually, I picked this up last night while I was working. A wallet? So you found this last night? Yeah, it had a driver's license in it, so I figured I'd just return it myself. Ron's wallet added to the court record. Yeah, what are you doing with this? Desiree should have this, obviously. Found by Larry at his part-time security job's company building, night of the crime. I forgot about Dwigged Rorchigal. Hang on, let me see that for a minute. I knew it. Desi's picture is in here. Yeah, I guess he really digs his wife, huh? Imagine that! I can't imagine why. Hey, Nick, it's not what you're thinking at all. No, I'm pretty sure it is. You haven't changed a bit. No way, man. I mean, she's a married woman. That's just bad news. He really is here just to check out Ms. Delight. It's Mrs. Delight. Why would you say Ms. here? So you said you found it at your job, right? Yeah, I'm working for a private security company as a guard. Chicks just love a guy in uniform, you know? I have no idea what that voice sounds like coming out of me because it's like filling my head and reverberating around. A security guard, huh? So that's what that uniform is all about. So what time was it when you found this last night?
Huh? Why are you asking that? Trying to see if I've got an alibi?
You're not the one on the hook for a crime this time, buddy.
I guess it was around 1 in the morning on the first floor of our company building.
What was Mr. Delight's wallet doing there? Isn't he a security guard?
Anyway, there's nothing weird about that. After all, he works there.
Right. He works there? We had a whole conversation with his wife about how he's a security guard. She mistakenly thinks that's a really high-paying job, which is why she thinks he can afford to treat her to all this shit, but he actually can't. You mean Mr. Delight?
Sure, here, take a look at this. It's right there in his wallet.
What's this card?
It's a key card from the security company. See, it's got a serial number on it right there. There's no mistake about it.
You said you're working part-time at a security company, right?
That's right. Why are you making that scary face?
Security company, huh? Something's not quite secure about Larry working there. I need to find out as much as I can about this key card. Key card added to the court record. Are we gonna get to go to his job? I don't remember. Turns out there's a lot I don't remember about this case. Larry, do you know about, are you blackmailing Ron? Larry, is this you? Hey Larry, what about this?
What? If you've got something to say, then say it already.
Oh, he's gonna read it and think,
huh? A blackmail letter?
You know anything about this?
What? I don't know anything about Alexis, and that's the truth.
What?
I can't believe you do this to me. I thought you were my friend. $50,000? I don't have that kind of money.
Yes, it probably was 5 million yen in Japanese. I forget who asked that, Bremy, maybe? No, you don't understand. This blackmail letter was sent to Ron Delight.
Whew! Man, you scared me. I almost had a heart attack, you idiot.
Okay, I'm finding a place where my throat can actually do the voice. Wait, I'm the idiot?
Man, I was totally confused because it says KB Security right on the envelope.
Yeah, so what?
That's where I've got a part-time job at KB Security.
What? We actually just talked about this. Everybody in this game has really poor short-term recall. Sounds like I should really find out some more about this KB Security company. KB Security, the company in the blackmail letter. You know about it? I mean, yes, he's working there. We had a conversation.
That's where I work, yeah. In fact, I'm on the job right now.
Huh? So what are you doing here then?
Well, the boss is away right now, and you know what mice do when the cat's away.
Yes, yes. Anyway, how far away is this company?
Let me see. About 30 minutes by car, I guess. Well, if you fly down the road anyway.
Huh, well, this apartment building is pretty close to Lordly Taylor, right? And it would take roughly an hour to go from here to KB Security and back. If Ron Delight was at KB Security when the robbery occurred, then, well, then he couldn't have stolen the sacred urn. Cool. Let's go to KB Security. Can we? Larry, do you fucking have anything else to say?
That Desi is one awesome lady, all right. It's been a long time since I felt this way. I think I'm really in love this time.
A long time, huh?
Yeah, well, except for what I feel for you, Maya.
What, Larry! I don't think even he knows what he's saying anymore. Larry, no. This guy is your coworker. Do you know?
Wow, she's really pretty. Is she single?
Larry, what about this person?
Beats me.
What the, all of a sudden he's your coworker. We were just talking about him. You found his wallet? Do you know about Look At Me? Okay, you don't know about Look At Me. Do you know about Mask to Mask?
I just thought of something. What if it's actually a hot chick under that costume?
He fucking whips ass, dude. Forget about it. It's a guy, trust me.
Man, you're killing my buzz, dude.
Boy, talk about someone who has a one-track mind. MK, potentially. Okay, you don't have anything to say about Gumshoe, the guy who arrested you. Do you have anything to say about Adrian?
Whoa, who is this? Come on, man, don't hold out on me.
Forget about it. It's on a need-to-know basis, and you don't need to know.
Hey now, I thought we were pals. I got a major thing for girls with black sleeveless shirts and glasses.
How do you know that?
And if they have an orange-colored memo pad, I really lose my cool.
He has to be making that up. He can't really know Adrian, can he? That's a very good bit. That's a very good bit.
Oh, what a cutie. Hey, Nick, so what's the deal between you and this...
Hey, that's my cousin. Her name is Pearl Faye.
Pearl, huh? Too bad.
Larry, she's 9 years old. Larry, she's 9 years old. Larry, I know that you're in an anime world where sometimes adults are drawn looking like children, like in Madoka Magica, but I got news for you, Larry. This character is 9 years old.
Never date two girls with the same name. That's one rule I can't break.
I think the fact that she's only 9 years old would break some rule somewhere.
Wow, you're even cuter than the last time I saw you. Wow, you're even more legal than the last time I saw you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you look totally different than 2 years ago. Don't you think, Nick?
Maybe it's because we're always together, but she looks pretty much the same to me. No, it's the same sprite.
Hey, I remember her. That's Maya's big sister. And I mean big.
Wow, you really do remember.
Yeah, who could forget?
A couple of sisters was not the word I was expecting there.
A couple of gorgeous sisters. Hubba hubba.
You hear that, Nick? Gorgeous. Oh yeah, that's right. When I defended Larry, Mia was still alive. I love how we're always showing people Mia's picture, and they're always like, oh, she's really hot. Who is she? And I never say, she's dead. Hey, MK, does the stream look okay? I'm noticing some error messages along the bottom bar, but it's hopefully fine. Anyway, here's me.
You're 26 years old, right? Don't you think it's about time you took a long, hard look at your life?
Yeah, KSBPTV, I thought so. It says encoding overloaded. And then there's more, but it's cut off because it's telling me about the number of dropped frames. Oh, it no longer says encoding overloaded. No, I didn't touch any of the settings, MK. I didn't touch any of the settings, I swear. Do you want me to check what the encoder is right now? Coming from a guy who can only brag about how many times he's been rejected, I find that kind of ironic. Okay. It's in the stream settings, right? Stream or output or... Yeah, video encoder is QuickSync H.264. All right, Larry, do you have any other dialogue? You don't. Okay, I'm getting out of here. Where the fuck would I... Maybe you can get to the security zone from the detention center, or maybe Ron has something to tell me about the security zone. He doesn't, because he's not here. We're nearing the point in the game where I just start presenting shit to everyone who exists. I guess, can we talk to Luke Atme about the blackmail letter? No. I'm sorry I can't be more helpful, but I have no interest save that of finding evidence against my arch rival. You actually told me to go find this envelope? No, it's okay. Nick's just a bit of a piddling evidence hog. We actually had this whole conversation yesterday. I don't know why you don't have dialogue about this. You have dialogue about Ron's wallet? I don't know why you would. The game's running better today than it was yesterday, I will say that. Okay. Hey, Adrian. Huh. We might be reaching a point where I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. No, she doesn't know anything about this. I didn't think she would. Kringus, thank you so much for the $10 donation. I appreciate that. That really helps lift my spirits on a day when I have tech issues. If you don't want your true identity revealed to the world, come to KV Security at 1 a.m. on October 12th and bring $50,000. If you don't, I'll take that red diamond you received the other day instead. That, yeah, diesel shot, basically. I really wish Ron was at the security at the detention center so that I could ask him about this shit. Adrian, what do you think about this? Nothing to say. Here's the camera data. Here's the calling card. Do not have any dialogue about any of this. Sacred Urn. See, this is what happens when you don't present everything to everyone in every single room. I wasn't doing it because I didn't want to get bogged down in all the dialogue. But this is what happens, is that you don't know what the fuck you're doing. Do you have a hidden psyche lock? No. Okay. Do you know Larry? Faith, I just went to the detention center and Ron was mysteriously absent, which is what they do when they don't want you talking to somebody, even though it's clearly time to talk to them. Okay, MK. I appreciate all your help. Everybody say thank you, MK, or hit the exclamation point MK command so that we can all talk about how much we loved MK. Thank you, Jules. Good bit. MK really stuck it out for me today for like 45 minutes before stream to try to get it running despite internet issues. And she's still here now to talk me through subsequent problems I might have. It's very kind of her. I'm gonna go back and talk to Larry, I think. I showed him all the profiles, but I didn't show him all of the evidence. No, I don't want to talk to you. Alternatively, I could go back to Wright Company law offices and present shit to Maya. That is sometimes the way that you advance the game. So you're sure about this key card?
Yup, that's the key card we use at the building I work in. According to the serial number, this one's for the CEO's office. You need it to get into that room, and every time you use that card, it leaves a record.
It leaves a record? This was probably important dialogue that I missed. Very good, Jess.
Yeah, it tells you exactly who entered the room and when.
Larry, I need that data.
Whoa, slow down, man. Sorry, but that data's off limits to outsiders. If I lost this job, I'd never have a chance with Desi.
It's times like these when I wish lawyers weren't so powerless. Keycard updated in the court record. Thank you, Clavichord. Sorry, it's really catchy.
Hello, is this the Wright residence?
Yeah, Pearls, where are you? Oh, right, Pearl ran away for some reason.
I thought I'd go to Lordly Taylor to try to find some more clues, but I'm afraid I've gotten lost.
What? Give me that phone, Nick. Pearly, where are you right now?
I was walking along and I found myself in front of that person's office.
Now that's not something that we say in English. That person? Who?
That person who doesn't act his age and always says "Svari" when he's excited.
Look at me, ace detective. He is pretty chuny. He does not act like a grown man. Okay, stay right there. We're coming to get you.
All right. I'm a little scared. Beep.
All right, let's go. All right, let's go, Maya.
Wait a second, Nick.
What?
That phone call just now sounded like a real cutie. Another one of your, special friends?
Say goodbye to Mrs. Delight for me, would you, Larry? Trot. October 12th, That Me Detective Agency. Ooh, look at that bag. Is the urn gonna be in there?
Ah, Mr. Neck, Mystic Maya, Pearly. I never thought I'd see the two of you again.
What phone did you call us on? You don't have a cell phone.
Actually, I'm fine.
So is Mr. Ace Detective out of the office?
Yes, when I arrived here, there wasn't a single soul in sight.
Say, Nick, doesn't it look like something's changed since we were last here? Maybe the player should use the examine button to check out this room. Now that you mention it. Yeah, just this bag. I'm sure it wasn't here before. Got the urn. It has the urn in it. Does it have the urn?
It looks quite full. I wonder what could be in here.
Hey, Neck, come on, open it up. Hey, wait a minute. You can't just open his private property. Don't be such a fuddy-duddy. This is an important investigation. That's true. And truth be told, I have to admit I am kind of curious. Very good, Jules. Well, what's in there? Hang on a sec. I'm taking it out now. Whatever it is, it feels kind of hard and smooth. Well, hello there! Ah, he's here! What are you doing, Sir Lawyer? I'm shocked to see a servant of the court ignoring the law so flagrantly. We say officer of the court in the US. I wonder if any lawyers worked on this. I'm really sorry. Maya made me do it. Nick, I can't believe you. A gentleman never uses a lady as an excuse for his own poor behavior. The real question is, can you afford to waste time lollygalling about here? What do you mean by that? Perhaps I should make myself more clear. Tomorrow's trial. Zvari! Shall we say the figurative Sir William will be dropping his panties before lunchtime? That's a very common British turn of phrase. I know that might seem a little confusing to you guys, maybe a little silly. It's actually very normal for British people to say that 4 or 5 times a day. I will hydrate. Let me know when the squat count gets to 15 or higher, because I was laughed at for doing reps of fewer than 15 at a time by people I thought were my friends. Wow, Nick, sounds like it's gonna be really exciting. Tomorrow's trial. What's gonna happen at the trial tomorrow that's so dramatic? Do you know what your biggest mistake so far has been, Sir Lawyer? It was becoming a lawyer in the first place.
That certainly does sound
Like a big mistake, Mr. Neck. Well, fuck me. Tomorrow will be a day to remember. I, Luke Atme, will take the stand. Stand? How the fuck? No, stand, right? The boff thing in Southern British accents, there's no rules about what words it's applied to, which as become ahs in Southern British English, because it's a recent innovation. The Northern version, where those are all as, and the American version, not to mention, where those are all as, is the older pronunciation. There's no rule about how those are assigned, so you just have to you have to guess or you have to have heard the word. Anyway. And then, Zvari, my testimony will prove to be the undoing of the lot of you. Yes, all of you! I will unmask you as the thief's co-conspirators. Conspirators? You're quick on the defensive, I see. However, it is not I that is your greatest enemy. There is a far more dangerous threat that you will face during the trial. What are you talking about? Saloya, if you truly are who you say, I'm sure you've heard of him. His name is... Okay. How do you pronounce it? Here's the thing. It's not a real name in French either. The play, the Beckett play, was in French, right? Is it Godot? So like Godot? When I was a kid, I said Godot. I feel like in American English, at least, you usually hear Godot. Ian McKellen and Patrick Stewart were in a stage production of it, and they pronounced it in some insane way that I had never heard, but it's like the Godot. Godot. Stress that the Godot, silent, okay, well, the silent T I know about, don't worry. Godot, yeah, like even stress, Godot, as opposed to Godot or Godot. I think in England they might say like Godot. I think that is what I'm used to hearing. I can hear that in Ian McKellen's voice now, but I don't want to say that. I'll go with Godot. Okay, I'll go with dough. Squat count at 16, very good. His name is Godot. Godot. You have taken a step down the path of foolishness. To try to defend a career criminal who deserves nothing less than the death penalty. You stole an urn. Off with your head. Clavichord of Doom, I've actually played the game before. Hey, last time I checked, no one knows for sure that Mr. Delight really is Damask. My dear lady, times may change, but people sadly do not. Well, you will understand this when you are more mature. Who is this Godot person? It's not surprising that a spirit medium has not heard the name. It's a Samuel Beckett play about two men who are waiting for a man named Godot who never arrives. That is actually a pretty good play. I saw that, and I saw Endgame, I think is the other Beckett play I saw. Godot, the prosecutor whose equal cannot be found in this country, but in heaven. So, Von Karma? Is Von Karma dead? Well, he would be in hell, I guess. Godot, a legend or myth. Men pin a lifetime of hopes on the chance to simply meet him. Prosecutor Godot? But the best prosecutor in the country isn't Godot, it's Mr. Edgeworth. Isn't that right, Nick? It's no surprise that a spirit medium such as yourself would know nothing of this. I think you said that before. But, oh, no, Faith, I've also only seen recordings. But ace prosecutor Miles Edgeworth is currently traveling abroad. Huh? In fact, it was Mr. Edgeworth who acknowledged Godot as the best in this country. And you agree with that? Most certainly. In fact, you could call him the Luke Atme of the prosecutor's office. Yeah, just me neither. Well, that's good to hear. The prosecution has a fighting chance tomorrow. Mr. Deck, is this Godot really that strong? I seem to remember hearing about someone like that. Not surprising. Some people spend their entire lives waiting idly for his appearance. Ha, 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 ha. It's the joke. I remember Beckett objecting to an all-women production of Waiting for Godot. Not for the reasons that, like, Nintendo objected when people thought you were going to be able to play as Girl Link in Breath of the Wild. It was like, no, we tell a story about a boy. But because he said that it is important that the characters need to piss, have, like, bladder control problems. He was quoted as saying, women don't have prostates. Anyway. It looks like we're done investigating for the day. Sir Lawyer, the stage has been set and all of the pieces are finally in place. All that remains now is for the dance to begin. It's true, Faith. A new prosecutor, an ace detective, and a thief. This will be one tough trial. Ding! It's a shame that Barry hasn't been in chat since I started voicing Luke at me, because you know she would say, wow, Tess, you just gave this guy your regular voice, huh? October 13th. Ooh, Friday the 13th. 9:36 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 4. Hey, Nick. What is it? Is something wrong? Nah, but did you see all the people here? It's crazy. There's always a million people at every trial for no reason. Oh, so check out this mask-to-mask glossy I bought. You bought this? Where? He's built like fucking Gumby.
From the little tents in front of the courthouse. They have all sorts of things for sale.
You know I'm a sucker for this kind of stuff. Mask-to-mask publicity photos stuck into the court and shove it in there. Come on, I'm guilty! Throw the book at me! Okay, so, you know, the problem here is that if your client is literally screaming, pleading guilty, you don't actually get to defend them against their will. Oh shit, they've reordered the characters in the court record. Why would they do that? Hey, Larry. We never got to go to his security place. Oh, right. I was opening it to look at the publicity photo. He is built like Gumby. Look at this motherfucker. I'm not sure the proportions check out with Ron.
Who's screaming like that?
Oh, Mr. Wright, you made it. Yeah, I did, but it doesn't look like things are gonna get any less ugly for you, pretty boy. Because I did it! I'm the criminal! Me! He's at it again. 2x4 shaped man. I sent the calling card to Lordly Taylor! I admit it! But you don't have the sacred urn, right? Well, that's true, but that doesn't mean that I didn't commit the crime. Look at my kissable lips. Normally, when I say, of course you didn't, I'm being sarcastic, but you, yikes. Anyway, I admit that I'm guilty, so make sure they give me a guilty verdict, please. Oh, there you are, Ronnie. Bonjour, sweetie. Oh, Desi, honey, bonjour. Me and Barry say bonjour to each other all the time. Well, I'd mostly say it, actually. Well, actually, I don't really know why I should be speaking French to you at a time like this. Leave it all to me, Ronnie. I swear I'll protect you. You see, actually, the thief is from me. Can I tell you something, Nicky boy? I can guarantee that my Ronnie is innocent. If he's declared guilty, I'll be ever so cross with you. She fucking cocks a gun. She reaches inside her coat and like just it up. So why are you smiling when you say it? Well, if you'll excuse me, I've got some errands I need to take care of. Well, no, here's the thing, is that it would be visible under her skin-tight cat suit. She's actually, you don't see it, right? Because we only see her from the waist up. She's wearing cowboy boots and she's got an ankle holster, is what it actually is. I'm counting on you, Nicky boy. Good luck. To be honest, I really don't know whether Ron is mask to mask or not. There's only one thing I am sure of. He doesn't have the sacred urn right now. That is not a good faith basis to defend your client. Mr. Delight, it's time for you to enter the courtroom. For the time being, I guess I'll have to trust Desiree. October 13th, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 6. There he is. He's so over-designed. He's an aughts OC on DeviantArt. Court is now. Oh, the judge. I missed voicing you, dude. Bremy.
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Wright.
The defense is ready, Your Honor. Look at this fucking dude. Look at this fucking dude. Can you believe this fucking dude? What are these? What are these that he's got on? Hey, man.
What about the prosecution? Are you prepared to...
What a stupid question.
What did you say?
Fine. Let me ask you then, Your Honor. Are you ready? Are you ready to pass judgment?
No, I'm not. I will pass judgment after I hear arguments from both sides.
Well, if you're not ready yourself, you shouldn't expect others to be. That's a rule to live by.
Who are you?
I am Godot. It's his song! I have a really, really good orchestral jazz remix of this song that I'll be very happy to play for you guys before tomorrow's stream. If the internet is working tomorrow. I am Godot, legendary prosecutor. I've never lost a case. Ah! He's the one that Detective Atme was talking about. How many fucking prosecutors could we possibly have here who haven't ever lost a case? Like, come on, man. It's getting old.
Yes, your reputation precedes you. What kind of cases have you dealt with so far?
Huh. None.
What did you say?
I've never prosecuted a case before.
Never? But you said you've never lost before.
Exactly. I've never lost. I've never won before either.
Quite arrogant for a beginner, aren't you?
Even the mightiest of redwoods begin their lives as mere saplings.
Yes, but a mask in a court of law? Not even Masked Mask is wearing his mask.
Ha! Don't you know anything? No matter the man, we all wear masks, either on our faces or over our hearts. He's so edgy. He's so fucking edgy. The white hair as well, I forgot about. He's so over-designed. This guy is the real deal, all right, Nick. Why does it seem like all prosecutors are the real deal? Right, why are all prosecutors the real deal? Why is Winston Payne the only mediocre prosecutor? Fucking Francisca, Edgeworth, Godot, the Daddy Von Karma. Gist, very good, I get it. I know, Persephone. So we finally meet Mr. Phoenix Wright. Huh? Nick, is he a friend of yours? No, I don't have any friends that call me Trite. Just who is this masked man? I've returned from the depths of hell to do battle with you.
Well then, Prosecutor Gobo.
It's not Gobo, it's Godot, Your Honor.
In any case, please give your opening statement.
Opening statement? Those things are not fit for even dogs to consume. I have only one thing to say before we start. To you, Mr. Trite. What is it? Persephone! I was literally thinking that! Are you familiar with the saying, a chain is only as strong as its weakest link? I wonder, how much can you withstand before you and your case break in two?
Yes, well then, let's hear from the first witness.
The twist, the real prosecutor is locked in the bathroom and this is just some random, yeah, no, he's clearly a cosplayer. He's here for the fucking Battlestar Galactica convention happening down the street.
My name is...
No one has asked for your name, witness.
Uh,
The important thing is what you know, that's all. Start talking. We're listening.
yes, sir.
All right, witness. First, let's hear about what you know about the thief that stole the urn.
The judge isn't supposed to ask the questions.
Yes, sir!
Mask to Mask's crimes.
Mask the Mask is a master thief that first started his crime spree 6 months ago. He's so confident that he sends his calling card before he even commits the crime. This was his 5th heist, and as usual, he sent the card on to Lordly Taylor. His pattern is to always go after only the most precious art pieces. That's why we're sure it was Mask the Mask, sir. It fits his MO to a T.
I think I already know how to object to that.
So then the actual identity of this masked mask is... Mr. Godot, what are you...
Fuck yes!
We are in the middle of a trial here, Mr. Godot.
Blacker than a moonless night, hotter and more bitter than hell itself. That is coffee. I'm sure you can grant me at least this much, Your Honor. Oh, please, proceed. MK, you hate him so much. The man loves his coffee, what can you say?
Very well, it's only coffee after all.
Hey, this guy doesn't even have a whip. What? You can't be letting him slide this early in the trial.
Proceed with your cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
Well, Nick, what are you gonna do? As long as they haven't brought up Mr. Delight's identity, all we can do is show that it wasn't Mask to Mask who stole the urn. I don't know why you have to show that, but okay. Right, Diesel. You guys remember the Francesco von Karma joke I made during UHF? It was a bit off color, so I don't super want to repeat it on stream, but... All right. Yeah, the most precious art pieces about that. Art pieces? Like what, for example?
Well, his first target was the famous Tear of Emanad.
What's that? Some kind of especially salty teardrop?
No, sir, it's a blue diamond. A single rare diamond. Next was the Crown of Bangora. You know, the thing you put on your head. After that was the left hand of Hades, and then the portrait of Megiddo, sir. Detective Atney retrieved the portrait of Megiddo and returned it to the museum.
And the target of his 5th and last robbery was the sacred urn, right?
But isn't it difficult for him to dispose of such famous art pieces?
Well, we assumed he must have some underworld connections.
Somehow Mr. Delight doesn't look the type. Yeah, I was trying to imagine Ron Delight trying to interact with like a fence. Yeah, he's a little too sunny to be hanging out in the underworld. Well, you know, Persephone. All right. Crown of Bangora is your new Stoner Doom band. Very good. Can I ask you a little something, Detective Gumshoe?
Just hearing the little in that question is making me nervous.
You said that he always goes after the most precious art pieces, right?
That's right, pal.
But there's one problem. That's not what he did in this case. God damn, dude, this whips ass. I think this is the 2003 Cornered remix. It's fucking fantastic, dude. The supposedly priceless urn doesn't exactly rise to the level of precious art.
What do you mean?
Nick, how can you say such a terrible thing? No, I meant from a financial point of view. I mean, it wouldn't fetch a good price.
Well, Prosecutor Godot, what is the value of that urn?
The appraisers I spoke to said they couldn't attach a price to it. And I mean that in the worst sense. So in other words, it was not the kind of item that Mask to Mask would normally go after.
Right. If I understand you correctly, Mr. Wright, you're saying that the theft of the sacred urn was not the work of Mask to Mask.
Except we have the picture. I feel like there's a problem with this argument because we we have this picture of Mask to Mask walking out of the storeroom. Yes, that's what I'm saying, even though it directly contradicts the evidence I have. Actually, all I did was point out the contradiction. The argument made itself, but...
Well, first of all, we need to get this issue cleared up. Was this robbery last night
No, got it.
Was this last robbery the work of Mask to Mask or not? What do you have to say about this, Mr. Godot?
The robbery was 2 days ago. They move fast in this legal system. This coffee here, it's my own special blend. I call it Godot 107. I'm trying to decide whether to cut down on the acidity or the bitterness. That's the only thing I've got on my mind right now, Mr. Trite. What? If you're really a man, you should clean up your own mess. What, MK? Sorry, but I don't know what you mean. Also, this is not a jury system. The judge is the only one involved in reaching a verdict. There's no jury. Sorry, but I don't get what you mean. If you're saying it wasn't Mask to Mask that stole the urn, then it must be someone imitating Mask to Mask's methods. A fake. You're not good enough to be my fake. Yeah, Faith in the coffee?
A fake? Damask?
Fake to Mask? That sounds so ridiculous, but I like it. Now, before I decide on my coffee, I believe some proof is in order, Mr. Trite. Proof that the person who appeared at Lordly Taylor that night was actually a fake. Oh! Is the Mask to Mask in the picture different from the Mask to Mask in the publicity photo in some way? It's a very detailed costume. Oh, what, does he not have the big, like, mask symbol on his chest there? Is that the clasp, like, connecting his lapels? Is that the issue? Bingo! All right. It's a very complicated design. That's not easy to spot. Anyway. Fucking Adam's apple bounce when he gulps.
Though I don't approve of Mr. Godot's behavior, his point is valid. Mr. Wright, we're waiting.
It looks like I'm gonna have to prove it. I need proof that the person at Lordly Taylor that night was in fact fake Damask. It's either security camera photo, then publicity photo, or the other way around. Let's try security camera photo first. The proof is right here.
This looks like a photo taken by a security camera.
But if you look closely, you'll notice something peculiar about it. Huh. Well then, why don't you go ahead and show us what it is? Go on, use this pointer, use the touch screen, and tell us what's so peculiar about this photo. Is it here? It's right here, of course.
You mean Mask to Mask?
I have here a piece of reference I would like the court to take a look at. Isn't that the publicity photo I bought this morning? Wow, if Maya had not bought that photo, I would really be in some deep shit right now. The problem I have with the security camera photo is the brooch on, that's not how you pronounce that, is it? Is it brooch? On Damask's chest. Somebody type it phonetically in the chat for me. Tess doesn't know how to pronounce anything today.
A breach? Here? Bailiff, get my steed. We need to retreat at once.
Thank you, MK. A brooch, Your Honor. It's a sort of clasp for holding one's cape on.
A clasp, eh? Oh, I see now.
Judge thought he was in Army of the Dead for a second there.
But the mask in the security camera photo. Ah! He has no brooch!
That brooch is the same as the emblem on Damask's calling card and serves as his symbol. But the thief that broke into Lordly Taylor wasn't wearing a brooch. In other words, this mask Damask is a fake.
I've been fooled again!
Wait, but if Ron Delight isn't the real Mask Damask, does that mean that he could be a fake Mask Damask and that's him in the photo, and so he is guilty of the crime of which he's been accused? I really like the geometry of the balance, the scales above the judge's head, how the sides look like an asterisk, but like the two horizontal lines are forming the top of the cup, the two bottom lines are like forming supports holding the cup, and then the two top lines are like cords connecting the lines to each other. It looks really cool. I like it. They did a good job with that design. I agree, MK, it is neat. Here's the thing. Something in the back of my mind is saying, well, there has to be a murder in this case eventually though, right? But I don't remember anyone dying in this case, unless it's fucking Larry. I don't remember anyone dying in this case.
Detective Gumshoe, how could you have overlooked this? I'm sorry, sir. I don't know how I...
Hey now, if you're gonna have a pity party, invite me too.
Mr. Godot, you deserve some blame in this too. How could you have overlooked such a large brooch?
Huh, the brooch you're talking about. Do you mean this? MK. Oh! That's Mask Damask's brooch!
Where did you find it?
Well, I've always had a good nose for evidence. I got it at the crime scene. It was hidden in the shadow of a big female Buddha statue. I don't think that they'd make those. Buddha statue? You must mean the Ami Faye statue.
Why didn't you tell me about that, sir?
Helena, I know that it's not pronounced how it's spelled. That's all I know. I always put evidence away in my pocket. After all, it's the safest place for crucial evidence. This guy is one cool customer. This guy is just so awesome. It's hard to run this case against him. Fuck. It's a little early to be shaken up, isn't it, little... Finally! Oh my God! I have been waiting my entire life for someone to translate Ojo-san or Ojo-chan as little lady. It's finally happened. Oh my God! Thank you, God! Oh man. Oh man. All right. It's a little early to be shaken up, isn't it, little lady? That friend of yours left pretty little hickeys on there, too. What are you talking about?
Hickeys?
Figuratively speaking, of course. I'm referring to Ron Delight's fingerprints.
What? What? The defendant's fingerprints are on the brooch?
I don't know, I kind of like him. I don't know, you guys. There's something about him.
Order! Order in the court! Mr. Godot, let's see that brooch.
I've grown attached to my metallic girlfriend here. Take good care of her. This guy! He's so cringe. He's like deliberately cringe.
It appears to have been torn off some clothing. There's a little bit of cloth left on the back.
Obviously, there must have been a big struggle that night at the crime scene. Uh-oh. Phoenix, we have a problem. Do we have an affidavit from Luke Atme that says he got knocked unconscious from behind? Yes. It's in the Chishoto item description. Knocked Atme out during the crime with a blow to the back of the head. Okay, cool. Damask's brooch added to the court record. Huh. You mess with Godot. And you get burned. Ugh, he's been playing me like a violin as opposed to a fiddle? Is that too lowbrow for you? Well, Judge, I'm about ready to call my next witness. Huh? You done with me? But I haven't proved anything yet. You've proven your own incompetence. That's good enough. That doesn't sound good at all. Bailiff, bring the next witness into the courtroom. It's Dahlia Hawthorne again. Finally, time for the ace detective to make his appearance, huh? Your Honor, I fucked the evidence. Right, check it out. It's got Mr. Delight's fingerprints on it. I'm also seeing, what's this? Semen? That's not Delight's. Don't bother testing that. I don't know where that came from. 1 second is one drip of the coffee pot. Let's hurry it up. I like coffee. That's my character trait. Shh! Silence! Oh man, this is such an annoying case. Now I see, it's all becoming clear.
What's clear?
Svary! The truth has once again been elegantly revealed to me. What we have here is a judge and a prosecutor. A coffee maniac at that. Am I correct?
Well, yes, that's right.
Huh. Not bad. Not bad at all. You're the first person that's ever been able to penetrate my secret veil. Well, Sir Prosecutor, let me introduce myself. My name is Luke Atme, ace detective and rising star illuminating the heavens. Boy, those two make a perfect pair. I could tell he's a coffee maniac because of his hair. Literally Joel's, yes. They'd either be best friends or they'd tear each other's heads off.
I've heard that on the night of the crime, you were all alone on security detail.
You have heard correctly. My specially made monocle is worth more than 100 Detective Gumshoes. If Detective Gumshoe is worth anything, that is. Anything, excuse me. Why was this guy all by himself anyway? There must be some reason, I'm sure of it. I'm Bozo! We compared him to both a Yu-Gi-Oh character and the Penguin yesterday, but I think that you have hit the nail directly on the head.
Well then, tell us what this special monocle of yours witnessed.
What I Witnessed by Luke Atme. It was approximately 1 o'clock in the morning, just after the date changed. What? What? That's not how that works! What? Oh my god. What? Objection immediately, what? That's when my nemesis, the infamous Mask Damask, dancingly descended upon me. Just as I began to turn, the coward struck a fierce blow upon my noble head. Darkness swallowed me before I could land a single strike. When I awoke, he was gone. 30 minutes later, I used an emergency phone to notify the police.
So you didn't get a clear look at the criminal?
My specially made monocle never misses a thing. However, that is limited to things that fall within my own visual range. But of course, that's only natural.
I fail to see why the witness seems so proud of his performance that evening.
Well, Sir Old-Timer, let me explain. We're not speaking of any ordinary thief, but of the king of thieves, the great Mask Damask, my arch-enemy. That is what my instincts and my years of experience tell me.
Very well. Proceed with the cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
What I witnessed. It was approximately 1 o'clock in the morning, just after the date changed. That's not just after the date changes. The date changes at midnight, rather. I don't know if it's different in Japan. That'd be 1 o'clock on the morning of the 12th, correct? That's an impressive deduction, Sir Loyal. You were on security duty that night. Where exactly were you at the time? A penetrating question. I was in the basement warehouse near the computer. Near the computer, huh?
So then you weren't trying to remain hidden, I take it?
Up to this point, I have tried to remain concealed while waiting for the thief. Yeah, he said the same thing yesterday. Gumshoe also said that they've never spotted the thief at the crime scenes before. Precisely! That is precisely why I chose not to hide last night. I knew that by not concealing myself, I would be putting pressure on the thief. It's like the thief was the one applying pressure on your pigeony head, that is. In any case, that's when my nemesis, the infamous Master Mask, dancingly descended upon me. From where? Well, from the entrance, I suppose. Where else? So in actuality, he neither danced nor descended. Someone please save me. So how is it that you didn't notice the thief? My eyes were looking for the thief's shadow, and my ears listened for his footfalls. But even so, the dastardly criminal managed to sneak up upon me. It can only be due to his subtly camouflaged cape and soft-soled shoes. I hereby dub you Ace Dunce. Just as I began to turn, the coward struck a fierce blow upon my noble head. Yeah, let's see if we can object to that. You didn't see the criminal's face when that happened? Well, that's the difficult part. How should I put it? I saw his mask. That's all I can recall.
That's not very solid as far as testimony goes.
However, fortunately, I had my third monocle with the security camera at the ready. It captured his image perfectly. This should be sufficient, I believe.
Well, as long as this photo is authentic, I don't see a problem here. Well, Mr. Godot, do you have a problem with the photo? Good, then let's continue with the testimony.
There you go, MK. He didn't say anything this time. Darkness swallowed me before I could land a single strike. When I awoke, he was gone. Attacked and knocked unconscious? You weren't able to do a thing? I know, right, Jules? You sent that message a while ago, but I didn't see it. That's certainly some very impressive detective work. Well, Sir Lawyer, have you ever been suddenly struck on the head? Huh? Well, actually, yeah, by a fire extinguisher. And what happened? I was knocked out. And you lost your memory, too. For more, why don't you check out the previous game, Phoenix Wright, Justice for All, Case 1. You see, you have no right to look down on me then, do you? The only reason I didn't lose my memory was because I have more brains to begin with. You may have brains, but the wiring to the self-reflection part seems to be severed. In any case, that was how I was knocked senseless. And then, 30 minutes later, I used an emergency phone to notify the police. Did you? Went off at 1 a.m. Is there a timestamp on the... Is it enough of a disparity that... No, it says around 1 a.m. Okay, so it was specifically midnight 58:43. This might just be one of those times where I'm supposed to press every piece of dialogue, and then there's no contradiction, and we move on. About this 30 minutes. My silver cord was loosened, and my soul fled to the golden halls of Elysium. I want to screenshot that. That's fun. There we go. Uh-oh. Encoding overloaded. Fuck. Oh, never mind. As usual, I have no idea what this guy is saying. I think he's saying that he was out cold.
So, what happened during these 30 minutes?
No one can say, Your Honor. That span of time has truly vanished into the ether. So what is he going on about? There's something suspicious about Detective Atme. How could he not have noticed when the thief came in? Also, he says he was knocked unconscious before he could fight back. That can't be right. It contradicts the evidence. Huh? Which piece? The real question is, why would he tell such an obvious lie? Does it contradict the evidence? What evidence does it contradict? The sword is fucked up, but it could get fucked up just from him getting bonked on the head once. What fucking evidence does it contradict? The paint that's knocked over? That's not really in the court record. None of the text mentions it. I was going to do my squats before we started the day's trial, but then I forgot to, so I'm gonna do that now. Hello. All right, Jamie, okay. I think that's 17 now. And look what I got here. Two giant heavy pieces of shit. They're not that heavy. There's 5 pounds. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Oh God! I have the distinct impression that my skirt is being hiked up, so it's a good thing that its lower hem is below the camera frame. Whew. No, once again, I will not be doing it again. I will hydrate and have a treat. Whew. Thank you, Stream Elements, for reminding everybody. Folks, if you enjoy the stream, I hope you'll consider donating. I have to make my rent for March when I get back to Philly. I can't live at my mom's house with her terrible fucking internet forever. All right. Okay, so it's not even remotely obvious that he was not knocked out instantly. But let's pretend that it is. Let's try to think like the developer. Is the idea that the sword wouldn't have gotten so bent up unless they had a fight? No. Thank you, Frieden Rose. Bram, you can share your idea in this instance. Fierce blow upon my noble head, huh? Oh, okay. Thank you, Bram. Yes, 30 minutes later. Well... Oh, right. Yeah, he said he was unconscious for those 30 minutes. Okay, cool. Well, no, because couldn't he have... I mean, me being unconscious for 30 minutes doesn't preclude Mask to Mask from entering that room at that time. Yeah, I didn't think so. Whew. All right, let me review the evidence. It's also possible that the answer is something in profiles. But I don't think it is. Useless. Why would he tell such an obvious lie that the player will have no fucking idea how to object to? I will be coming to purloin the most priceless work of art on display. Take good care of the speckled urn. Went off once at 1 a.m. the night of the crime. Maybe it is like the spilled paint in the photo that they want me to object with. Blackmail letter can't have anything to do with it. Wallet can't have anything to do with it. Keycard can't have anything to do with it. Darkness swallowed me before I could land a single... Oh! The brooch had to get torn off somehow. Is that the idea, you prick? That's the idea, you prick. Wow, what an obvious lie! Why would he tell such an obvious lie that was so obvious to all of us? Mr. Atme. Oh, I haven't hydrated, have I? I don't know if I gave myself another treat. Mr. Atme, could you take a look at this with that special monocle of yours? Aha, this belongs to the criminal mastermind, my arch-nemesis, Mask Damask. Wang. It is, in point of fact, Mask Damask's brooch. It was found on the floor of the basement warehouse. I wonder how that happened. Elementary, my dear lawyer. Obviously, it wasn't glued on well enough. No, not quite. It clearly shows signs of having been ripped off a piece of clothing.
Ripped off? Aha!
We can only deduce that the thief struggled with someone that night. That's the only thing I can think of. And there's only one person that was in a position to have a struggle with a thief. The only person that was on security duty that night. You, Detective Atme. Ah! Ooh, I love Luke Atme's back sprite. He actually looks halfway dignified. Detective Atme, you must have fought with a thief that night. So why did you lie in your testimony to the court?
Witness, giving false testimony is a serious crime.
No, wait just a moment, sir, old timer. Why don't you call him Your Honor?
Don't talk to me like I'm living in a nursing home.
I just remembered, Your Honor. I was just confused because I've been dealing with so many cases lately. The true measure of a man is in the amount of work he does. That's what I always say. Nick, you can only handle one case at a time, isn't that right? Well, he doesn't even have a paralegal, Maya. He is one fucking dude, so no shit he can only handle one case at a time. Especially because they're all murder trials. Whoa! Damn, dude! You talk too much.
Witness, so are you now saying that you and the thief fought?
Hold on. That's quite enough, Your Honor.
Excuse me?
Save the big questions for the testimony. That's one of my rules. Indeed, I understand. You catch me, completely agree. Fight with the thief. Indeed, it's true that I looked away from the door for a brief moment. However, you catch me cannot be so easily discombobulated. I was not expecting that word. RB, he has, it's not a paralegal for the district attorney's office, is it? He has an assistant district attorney, there we go. There's an assistant district attorney down the bench from him who's like he's like, whoosh. He has the bartender from Town with No Name back there. Gimme a coffee, bartender. It just crashes. I don't know if there's a sprite where the coffee keeps going at the end of the table and then crashes. That would be funny though. Unfortunately, the thief grabbed a weapon from the side and rendered me senseless. A true gentleman fights only with his own fists, but they were not enough. His first blow struck through, bam! And that's all she wrote.
So in the end, you did catch a glimpse of Mask Damask?
Correct. It was during his third crime that he's... Wait, what? But this was his fifth crime. It was during his third crime that he struck me from behind. Oh, I see. He confused the cases, he said. It seems that my memory has become a tad jumbled, so to speak.
Well, that's certainly understandable. I myself always get confused about which testimony goes with which case.
Oh, God. I will remind you, this guy hands down death penalties. Like, he hands them out like candy. Fight with the thief. Looked away from the door for a brief moment. Look at me, cannot be so easily discombobulated. Grabbed a weapon from the side and rendered me senseless. True gentleman fights only with his fists, but they were not enough. I'm gonna press him on this because I think it would be funny. You had that much faith in your own fighting abilities? But of course, in college I was the second in charge of the boxing club. That fits for him.
I'm sorry if I fail to find that appropriately impressive.
However, my opponent in the ring this time was my archenemy Mask to Mask. This guy is a real piece of work. There was almost nothing there. His first blow struck two, bam, and that's all she wrote. What do you mean by weapon from the side? Naturally, the thief had no idea that I, Look at Me, was hiding in the area. You said you weren't hiding. He grabbed the sword from the statue that was standing by the door to the warehouse. I was expecting more of that sentence. Sword? You mean a sword that was all twisted like a tree branch? Correct. Fortunately for me, the blade was not sharp. Okay, so he is talking about the Shichishitou.
So the thief armed himself with a sword. And what about yourself, witness?
I have the power of my fists. Can you tell us a little more about what happened? That's Quoid. I never considered that. My opponent was both powerful and vicious. You might say he was powericious. Sounds like a line from a 90s commercial. Powericious. I assumed the at-me fighting stance, but a sudden flash of light blinded me. That, of course, was checkmate. My opponent had bested me. What do I do now? Should I ask more about this? Yes, you were blinded. Right, if it was the security camera, then you should be pictured in the frame, but you're not. I do not ask about the at-me fighting stance. So what was this flash of light that blinded you? I was bathed in a golden light. It seemed to come from the statue of the woman. Statue of Ami Faye, I'm guessing. Well, that wasn't very much help at all. What do you think, Nick? Well, there's one thing that I'm absolutely sure of now. Yeah, what is it? This Luke at Me guy. He's definitely hiding something. But why? I think I'm starting to figure out what really happened that night. And about the true nature of this detective. Should I ask about... great news, Quoid. I can actually ask about the at-me fighting stance now. At-me fighting stance? What is this at-me fighting style? I'm sorry, but that's a trade secret. I really can't say anymore. But I suppose I can tell you if I absolutely must. I don't know, RB. The main thing is to put your back to the wall. That way, no one can get behind you. That's it? That's the at-me fighting style? Oh, well, Brent.
Well, Mr. Wright, what about that testimony?
Oh, if your back was to the wall, how the fuck... You are supposed to ask about the at-me fighting style. How the fuck did you get hit in the back of the head then, motherfucker? Of course it's important. We've learned a detective's secret technique after all.
Yes, indeed. I'll remember to use it if I ever take a walk alone late at night.
Why the heck is he eyeballing me like that? It's creeping me out.
Now then, witness, we'll go ahead and add that secret information to your official testimony.
I put my back to the wall to fight, but the thief's blow landed upon my third eye. But you were knocked unconscious in the back of the head, you said. Detective At-Me, your testimony is crumbling like a house of cards. Not really, you just ask him to clarify this point. What fun this is, Sir Lawyer. Just truly a pleasure to cross swords with you. And now, once again, you have thrown down the gauntlet at my armored feet. I believe this is what you said yesterday. In this testimony that is not recorded anywhere, it wasn't under oath. It was a casual conversation that I was having with a witness for the prosecution outside of court, which is extremely poor conduct. The coward must have wormed his way in through somewhere besides the door. Then my arch nemesis struck me on the head from behind with this gruesome item here.
From behind, huh?
But just now you testified that he struck you on the forehead. I hardly think you could forget where you were hit on the head. Ah, it seems I've made another mistake. Detective at me. Thank you, Stream Elements. I do have to make rent. I'd be super grateful to any of you guys who'd be able to donate. That's not the only strange part of your testimony.
What do you mean by that?
For example, the very fact that you hid the calling card from the police itself is strange. It's almost as if you were afraid they were going to help with security. Ah! Geniuses such as myself have always been misunderstood. How sad. That's wrong. That's his voice? That's your objection?
Objection! Objection, Mr. Wright.
To err is human, to forgive divine. Humans aren't machines. They have souls, feelings. They live, they die, they love, they hate, and yes, they even make mistakes. Fuck you! Hey, hold on! It's not as pretty as that. Oh, the coffee Sprite, dude. Really? What is it like then? Always chase a riddle down to the end. That's one of my rules. This is it. This might just be my chance to turn things around. It's drinking oil dust to your vocal cords.
Mr. Wright, what exactly is it that you're asserting?
Very well, Your Honor. The defense asserts that... Am I literally about to accuse him of being fucking Mask to Mask? Mr. Atme is Mask to Mask? The answer is simple. It's all clear to me now. Detective Luke Atme's true identity is actually Mask to Mask. Yeah! Whoa, he looked like a fucking Over the Garden Wall character.
Order! Order in the court! Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this?
There are too many unnatural parts to Mr. Atme's story. Mask star to mask. He says he was hiding at the crime scenes, which is why no one ever saw him there. And then in his last case, he manages to outperform Detective Gumshoe, something no human being could ever conceivably do. Hi, Minty. And the entire police force to miraculously retrieve the stolen treasure. That's because I analyzed the crime scene data and made an exquisitely elegant deduction. I picked up clues that the police overlooked in order to arrive at a... No. Nuh-uh. Oh, please. The explanation is far simpler than that, Detective Atme. The truth is that you are, in fact, Mask to Mask. Yeah.
But Mr. Wright, this photo, it clearly shows Mask to Mask. The security camera belongs to Lordly Taylor department store. He shouldn't have been able to manipulate it.
He didn't need to manipulate it. He gained access to the warehouse under the pretense of providing security. Then he simply dressed up as a thief and stole the urn.
So, the ace detective is actually an ace thief. Is this true, witness?
Wow, like this has got to be a record for time to first maniacal laugh from a witness. Oh, like they took him. We've had like 3 testimonies so far. Damask's MO is pure genius, and so am I, Luke Atme, ace detective. You're very clever to have come to such a conclusion. I'm impressed, Sir Lawyer. Thank you, Clown Girl.
What? Witness, you're admitting it?
Nick, now's your chance. Yes, time to put the last nail in this guy's coffin. Detective Atme, when you assume the thief's identity, Godot blend number 102, my personal favorite.
Mr. Godot!
The ace detective is actually an ace thief. I smell a best-selling novel. There's only one problem. It simply isn't true.
But Mr. Godot! Mr. Wright has made some very strong points.
Quite. Bram, it should be painful, right? But see, yeah, that's Arby's contention as well, Brent, that his nose can't fit under the mask. I will admit my opponent has woven a compelling narrative out of whole cloth. But it is, in fact, nothing more than a patchwork quilt. Mr. Trite, if this detective really is the thief, then show us the proof of your claim. But it had better be as hot and as perfect as the coffee dripping down your face. He can talk very good, Minty.
Well, Mr. Wright, don't just stand there. This court would like to see this decisive proof you have. Quickly!
Huh? Oh, yes, of course. What's the big rush? This is what I'm saying. I'm pretty sure he had the urn in the bag in his apartment. Are you all right, Nick? Atme looks pretty rattled right now. What gave you that impression? I'd like to finish this right now if I can. Fuck the rest of this case. Let's go to the third one. Can I really do it? Decisive evidence that proves Mr. Luke Atme is in fact mask to mask. I do not have it. We need more time to investigate. Can we please have more time to investigate? Please? Proof? Of course I've got nothing. Ha! Just what I thought. A man has to hold his head up high no matter how bad things get after all. I like him. He has a lot of aphorisms about what it's like to be a man. And he called fingerprints hickeys, and he called a piece of evidence his girlfriend.
I see. I thought perhaps you had some evidence to back up your assertion.
I'm pretty sure I don't have it. Bum 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 bum. This is no good. I've got to stay on the attack. I'll never get another chance to prove that this guy is the thief. Don't give up, Nick. Think harder and try again. Don't give up, player. You got it fucking wrong. Reload your save now. We have decisive evidence, apparently. Oh, is the evidence just that my defendant has stuff tying him to a different location at the time of the crime? Because that's not evidence that he did it. It's just evidence that the defendant didn't do it. It's good, but it's also like not my job to provide evidence that the culprit is guilty. It's the cop's job to investigate that.
Very well then, let's see what you've got. Please present proof that Mask to Mask is actually Mr. Luke Atme.
Is it the urn because it was in his bag, even though we didn't see it? Phoenix is just like, it's cool and it's hard, and it's thick and it's turgid. It's gonna be like Search his home for the urn, probably. Here's your proof.
What do you think, Mr. Godot?
I think Tessa fucked up. Who looks to me like Mr. Trite is still a mite sleepy. Perhaps he'd like a big mug of my special Godot blend. Well. No thanks, I'm fine. What do I do now? Another mistake like that and I'm through. Not true. You can make 7 more mistakes here. I have to, it's clearly, I'm supposed to have evidence. Because I tried to say I don't have evidence because I thought I didn't have evidence, and everyone was like, you idiot, try again. Quaid, the music stopping thing is only consistent for objections, unfortunately. Oh, is it that the warehouse camera only went off once and caught the thief, and it should have gone off and showed Atme? Nope. Tessa is not doing so hot at the video game right now. You know what would really be evil? If you have to say, I don't have any evidence twice. That could be what it is. I don't have any evidence, and then everybody's like, try again, and you're like, no, seriously, there's no evidence. We need to find more. Hi, also known as AK, welcome to the stream. I'll try Ron's wallet, because it's just proof that my defendant didn't do it, but... yeah, I didn't think so. This is tough. I'm gonna try saying that there's no evidence twice to see if that's the solution, because that is the kind of shit that they will pull in this video game. Man has to hold his head high even when things are at their worst after all. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Who? Who are you? Who are you?
That doesn't really matter right now, does it? Mrs. Delight. Phoenix, don't get ahead of yourself. She's Mrs. Delight. What are you doing here? Nicky boy, the thing you've been looking for. I think I found it. You have his bag? What, did you break into his house? I can't use that as evidence.
You mean that bag?
No, not the bag. What's in the bag? Well...
That's...
the sacred urn! Nick!
Order! 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 You, madame! That urn, where did you find it?
You'll never believe it. It was in the office of Mr. Fancy Pants Ace Detective, Luke Atme. Oh, Desi, you're the best! Sacred urn, updated in the court record. Yeah, somebody fixed it. Well, how do you explain that one, Mr. Atme? She is not a cop. She didn't have a search warrant. She can't just go in his house and take something and then show up and we take it on her good word. That's his bag. It was in his apartment, like... Yes, I saw that back sprite for Stephanie. That's why I was panting at it. Ugh. Are you... even you're gonna have a hard time weaseling out of this one. Huh. Pathetic.
Mr. Godot, do you have something you wish to say?
Yes, Your Honor. It simply amazes me how quickly times change. In the old days, a man was to be taken at his word. It's truly sad.
You're still denying that Mr. Atme was involved?
Before casting aspersions at Detective Atme, consider the young lady here. Your name is Desiree Delight. Is that correct? Yes! What about it? Huh. How charming. The lengths that a woman is willing to go to save her husband is truly inspiring. What are you insinuating? Giant cartoon hammer! As the wife of the criminal, you could have discovered that stolen urn anywhere, right? Including the office of the good detective here. So you found the urn. What does that prove? It certainly doesn't prove where the urn was before you found it. What? I just brought it here from the detective's office. Boom. Please, madam. This town is already filled to the brim with lies. That would be perfect, Todd. I used to have one of those. Fuck, I wonder what happened to it. I'll go looking for it in my bedroom. I'll probably never find it again for the rest of my life, though. I used to have a big inflatable hammer when I was a kid. Any more could only compound the tragedy we've been witness to. You're wrong. I would never do such a thing. Mrs. Delight, please, Nicky boy, you've got to help me talk some sense into these people. There must be some way. I've got to prove the urn was actually in the Atme Detective Agency. Fingerprints on the urn. CRISPR birds kind of, but I don't know. I'm not sure that the character is actually that well thought out, CRISPR Bird. You have faith in the character designers, that's understandable. Godot, he has a visor, he has white hair, he likes coffee, and he is kind of like a noir type guy, because he's always talking about men and women, and the city is filled to the brim with lies. But I don't know if he's like that concise a character concept. Right, cool visor is his character trait. He actually has a really weird character concept that I don't want to talk too much about because it'll be very spoilery. But by the end of the game, you will see what like a weird like fantasy character he is. We'll tell by the fingerprints on it. Fingerprints, eh? Oh, come now. Now you're really making me laugh, Sir Lawyer. Fingerprints indeed. That when I said now you're really, it made me think of I Am Mean. You're really starting to annoy me. May I go on? Good. Now, it would be perfectly understandable if my fingerprints were on the urn. I just remembered that when I was in middle school, I made like a custom Lego miniature of Godot. And there were no like spiky anime Lego hairs yet, so I had to make one out of modeling clay. After all, it was I who was guarding the urn in the first place, and I always fondle things that I'm guarding. In any case, I'm always in the habit of wearing gloves, as you can see. So unfortunately, my fingerprints wouldn't be evidence of anything. Anything. It sounds like the opposite of what is true. You either mean that there's no fingerprints on it, or if they did find your fingerprints, they would be gloved, so they wouldn't be able to prove it's theirs. Anyway.
What about it, Mr. Wright? This witness's fingerprints would mean nothing anyway.
I don't follow that line of reasoning. Nick, what are you gonna do now? I've come too far to turn back now. Really? Yeah, CRISPR Bird, we're really deep into the weeds on this case. Atme must have brought the urn back to his office yesterday. And there, I'm sure someone must have left their fingerprints on it. Me! Let me incriminate myself! The defense proposes that the fingerprints of this person should be on the urn. Me! So what is all this fuss about fingerprints anyway? Mr. Atme, do you recall the events of yesterday? Hey, Nick, come on, open up. Open it up, I guess I said? Hey, wait a minute, we can't just open his private property. Don't be such a fuddy-duddy. This is an important investigation. Well, what's in there? Hang on a sec, I'm taking it out now. Whatever it is, it feels kind of hard and smooth. Well, hello there! It's true that I didn't get the chance to look in the bag at that time, but I did touch what was inside. What? You touched it? And I remember it very well. It was smooth and hard. Well, that was just... Your Honor, I'd like the court to examine the fingerprints on that urn. Right, Bremy, there's a Columbo episode where they find Columbo's fingerprints on the thing, and that's how that they know that the guy took it, right? If my fingerprints are on there, then it proves that the urn was in Detective Atme's office. Well, even if your fingerprints are on the urn, it still doesn't prove when they were put there, does it? Of course it does. What did you say? It's not what I say, but what Adrian Andrews, the person in charge of the exhibition, said. I polished it until it was just about glowing. I thought maybe I could make it look more valuable. If she polished it that much, she must have removed any and all fingerprints on it. And the only chance I had to get my fingerprints on it after that was yesterday at the Atme Detective Agency. You're gonna have to take my word on this. Thank you, Todd. Ha, this blend, Godot Blend 107. I've decided It's a little too bitter after all. I forgot that his visor like smokes and flickers when he's in pain. You need to get that thing checked out, man.
Order! 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 I accept the defense's request.
He got coffee on it.
Bailiff, take this urn and...
Wait a moment, Your Honor. There's no need for that.
No need, you say?
Precisely. I already know Mr. Wright's fingerprints are on that urn.
What are you saying?
Yes, I've finally broken him down. Take a good look, everyone! Unable to find a rival worthy of my genius, I was forced to create one by myself! Here I am, the tragic clown! This guy is nuttier than a fruitcake. You see, it was me all along! I am the one and only Mask to Mask! I hope you all enjoyed my little performance! Yeah, no, Todd, I was gonna say, maybe she originally said fruitier than a fruitcake because Maya's homophobic.
Well, Mr. Godot, what's Mr. Atby's condition?
He's still in the lobby, laughing insanely, Your Honor. Fuck, my key witness is laughing dementedly. This is no time to be Godot. I wish I could enjoy the joke as much as he seems to be.
Well, it looks like the matter has been settled. I came perilously close to besmirching the record of an innocent young man.
Wait!
Besmirching him with the title of thief.
Nick, you were right after all. Yeah, I guess Mr. Delight really wasn't the thief.
The court finds the defendant, Mr. Ron Delight.
Hold it! You're wrong! Wrong, I tell you! I mean, not exactly wrong so much, but actually not right is what I was trying to say. Oh no, he's not, this can't be happening. The thief, sneaky, odious thief who's been stealing all the treasures. It's me, I'm him. I'm the one you want. I'm the thief, I tell you. I'm me? So do it. Pronounce me guilty, please.
I don't know what kind of a kangaroo court you all think this is, but in this country, when a defendant pleads guilty, we don't listen to them.
The true identity of the thief has already been proven. Please hurry up and pass judgment. What are you talking? Thank you, Guilty, for the $5 donation. Very good, Mindy. What are you talking about? I already confessed. I'm the thief, I tell you. Nope. I want to lose this case.
Mr. Godot, don't just stand there drinking coffee.
Ha. Hey there, Mr. Thief. Yes, sir. Oh, Godot and Ron, huh? If you're really a man, then clean up your own mess. I'm sorry. I'm afraid I just don't have any idea what you mean. If you are Mask to Mask, then prove it. That's what that means. Yes, sir! Yes, sir! I'd be happy to! He says he'll be happy to, Nick. It's kind of cute. He's 100% committed to his fantasy.
Oh,
boy. Oh man. Good boy. Just remember one thing. A boy only gets one chance in his life to become a man. He's like unzipping his fly. What did Minty say? I got Turning that twig to dust. I know that! I won't fail, I swear! Okay then, talk. We're all listening.
Oh well, let's all have gay sex. Let's all have a listen to this confession.
I will have a treat, thank you. The truth is, I've been masked to mask all along. I mean, you can't prove that I'm not actually masked to mask, can you? I don't have an alibi for the night the urn was stolen after all. I donned my costume that night and dancingly descended upon the scene of the crime. Look, you can see right here in the photo, that's me. As for my brooch, I snagged it on the door handle and it got torn off, that's all. There are two completely conflicting accounts of what the fuck happened.
I don't like the direction this trial has taken.
Do I have an affidavit of Atme's earlier testimony where he says he got in a fight and tore the brooch off? For my next witness, I summoned the 20 men who saw him that night as an alibi. Christopher, this is how every trial goes, at least with me anyway. Huh. You're doing great. Stop it, Mr. Godot. You're embarrassing me. They are hella fucking. It's not even subtext. They're having sex. Like I said, you're only gonna get one chance to testify, all right? But if you make it through this with flying colors, I'll keep my promise too. I'll make sure you stay locked up in prison as the one and the only true mask to mask. Thanks so much, Mr. Godot! I'll do my best!
All right, Mr. Wright, I'm afraid it's time for the cross-examination.
Vega. Now be a good boy and testify you were guilty. Yes, sir! Thank you so much, sir! Bark for me, dog. Arf, arf! Christopher. I've been masked to mask all along. I mean, you can't prove that I'm not actually masked to mask, can you? I don't have an alibi for the night the urn was stolen after all. I'm pretty sure you do, dude. I'll press you on it, but I'm pretty sure I can just present evidence here and now. You've got no alibi?
I've been a judge for a long time, and this is the first time I've ever heard a defendant brag about having no alibi.
But I tell you, I was in Lordly Taylor that night. No, that's too vague even for me. To be more precise, I was down in the basement warehouse. Hold on. What is it, Neck? Where was Ron Delight when the crime happened anyway? If we can prove he had an alibi after all, this case will be a piece of cake. Well, you're right, but... Huh. You think you can prove that? Wake up and smell the coffee. Well, I think maybe I can. Yes, I have evidence. I have the evidence. Or do you think I'm still some sort of third-rate rookie?
Whoa! I've never seen you this angry before.
He didn't look especially angry to me. I'm not surprised. Anger is the last refuge of the pathetic. It's how some people talk to me. I thought I was more confident than angry.
Well then, let's see this evidence already. Show to the court evidence that proves where your client was on the night of the crime.
Mr. Delight, this wallet belongs to you, correct? Yes, it does. I lost it somewhere.
Mr. Wright, when you find a wallet, you should report it to the police right away.
No, you don't understand. This is an important piece of evidence.
Evidence?
Mr. Delight, when did you first notice that you'd lost your wallet? Let's see. I think it was on the night of the crime, but I know I still had it when Desi and I went out for dinner. This wallet was found at approximately 1:00 a.m. at KB Security Headquarters.
What? Surely you're not serious.
Yes, I am serious. Serious like a fox. This proves that Mr. Delight was in fact at KB Security that night. No! He's screaming in horror as we reveal that he had an alibi for the crime. So, if the defendant was at KB security at 1 o'clock in the morning, he was only found at 1 o'clock in the morning. It doesn't mean he was there at 1 o'clock in the morning. Then that proves he has a watertight alibi. No! Furthermore, considering the distance between Lordly Taylor and KB security, it would have taken 30 minutes to get there by car. According to Larry, anyway. Thank you, Stream Elements. Guys, I gotta make rent for March, so if you're enjoying the stream, I hope you'll consider donating whatever you can. Thank you.
Well, Mr. Godot, do you have anything to say? And stop drinking that coffee!
Come on, Mr. Thief. Don't let this guy beat you. Tell him why he's wrong. You're the only one who calls me thief, Mr. Godot. All right, I'll try. I'll do it. I will. He's really got Mr. Delight all worked up. Me too. Yeah, he's like a kid at his first day of school. That's maybe not the analogy that I would choose. Look, it's just ridiculous. Why would I have dropped my wallet at KB security? Someone must have planted it there to make it look like I was there and not at the heist. Planted it there? He's really reaching now. Mr. Delight. Found in Ron's wallet. Okay, that's good enough. You probably dropped your wallet when you took it out to use this, didn't you? The key card to KB Security's CEO's office. No! Huh. That was a pretty good try, Mr. Trite. Unfortunately, you've overlooked one small thing. What? Motive, of course. Why would this thief go to KB Security in the middle of the night anyway?
Well, Mr. Wright, it looks like you need some more evidence after all.
He works there! He's a security guard at the company, Minty. This stupid kid. He's 2 years younger than you, Phoenix.
Now then, let's see your evidence. The evidence that shows why Mr. Delight went to KB Security at 1 a.m. that night.
He fucking works there. Oh, actually, was it the blackmail letter? It was, okay. But he does work there. Why couldn't I just say he works there? He works there. He's a security guard at that company. It just further incriminates him. Mr. Delight, I believe you've seen this before, correct? That's...
What is it?
a blackmail letter. That's what it looks like from the contents. Blackmail. Yes, basically it says, bring $50,000.
That certainly sounds like blackmail, all right.
At the time of the theft, Mr. Delight was dealing with the blackmailer himself. In KB Security's CEO office, a full half an hour away from the scene of the crime. Damn, look at that thing go. Very good, Bremy.
Order! 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 So when the theft of the urn occurred, the defendant was at KB Security. It looks like a perfect case for the defense.
You may see it as a perfect case, Judge, but to me... well, let's just say that my Godot Blend 107 impresses me a lot more. What are you trying to say? You say the thief was being blackmailed by the CEO of a security company, but did you actually investigate the CEO at all? That's not my job. I'm a fucking defense attorney. Huh? Well, no, I guess not. Accusing a man of blackmail with no proof? I'm not sure what I think of that. I have a letter written on his fucking letterhead. We can check it for his fingerprints. We can check the fucking handwriting. Not sure what I think of that. At least I know what I think of you.
Good point. I'm not sure what I think of it myself. You claim that the defendant entered the CEO's office. You'll need at least one witness to corroborate your claim, Mr. Wright.
No, I don't. I have evidence. Nick, I think we're gonna have to track down the CEO guy. No, we don't have to track down the fucking CEO. What do you mean by that, Mr. Trite? There's someone else who can testify. This is the person who can testify that the keycard was used at 1 a.m. last night. Well, the keycard itself can testify that, but they probably want me to say Larry. Oh, Godot, age? A prosecutor who is shrouded in mystery. He seems to know me somehow. Hey man, did I like run over your dog or?
Who is this useless looking young man?
You don't remember him, Your Honor?
Not exactly.
He was in 2 different cases you provided over, once as a witness and once as the defendant. Godot is 20, Godot is 16.
But just looking at his picture makes the bile start to rise in my throat.
Looks like he doesn't remember the case from 2 years ago. Probably blocked out that memory on purpose. Anyway, this man was working as a guard at KB Security that night. Oh? The question at hand is this keycard.
Yup, that's the keycard they use in the building I work. According to the serial number, this one's for the CEO's office. You need it to get into that room, and every time you use that card, it leaves a record. Yeah, it tells you exactly who entered that room and when.
As you can see, there's no need to investigate the CEO of KB Security. We should be able to discover the truth simply by analyzing this keycard's data. Huh. Godot, it seems like you've never won a case.
Well, Mr. Godot.
The name of the CEO at KB Security is Kane Bullard. I was unable to contact him directly, but I got the keycard data here.
So what does it show?
Each keycard has its own serial number, and they leave detailed records of their use. According to this data, this card was used at 1 a.m. on the morning of the crime. Minty.
But that means it can't be Mr. Delight dressed as mask to mask in this photo.
Huh. It looks like you're right. 2 minutes isn't even enough time to brew a good cup. 2 minutes isn't even enough time to brew a good cup of joe. So then... Ron Delight was clearly in the office of KB Security's CEO at the time of the crime. The prosecutor's office is ready to admit that fact. Therefore, it's impossible for the defendant to be mask to mask. Good job! You did it, Nick!
That's enough. I came perilously close to besmirching the record of an innocent young man, besmirching him with the title of thief.
What's wrong, Your Honor?
I'm ready to pass judgment, but before I do that, do you have any further objections?
No, Your Honor. Huh. Oh, now I'll never get toppy from Godot.
Very well. The court finds the defendant, Mr. Ron Delight,
not guilty. He's never won a case, but look at that vest.
Court is now adjourned.
October 13th, 2:24 p.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 4. Nick, you did it! You were right after all! Actually, I'm a little bit ashamed of myself. Nicky boy! Oh, Mrs. Delight. I knew you could do it. I believed in you all along, Nicky boy. I don't know how I can ever repay you. Aw, shucks. Thanks, Mrs. Delight. I just know I'm blushing.
Congratulations, Mr. Nick.
Oh, pearls! Got a bad feeling about this.
Who is this woman? Get out of here, you fucking slut!
Oh, she's nobody. She's just, the defendant's wife. Say she's married to someone else. You have a cover here.
You're blushing! How dare you do this in front of Mystic Maya? You should be ashamed of yourself!
Youch! She slapped me.
Pearly, this woman is Mrs. Desiree Delight. She's our client's wife. Mr. Nick!
Yes?
You're even worse than I thought, going behind the back of your own client.
No! You've got it all wrong! I'll never forgive you! Ow! A double slap. That's my favorite Pokemon move. Well, anyway, all's well that ends well, right? We got the sacred urn back, and the thief has been caught. You're so right, and it's all thanks to Nicky Boy here. But actually, it was you, Mrs. Delight, that brought us our urn back. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Oh, please, you're embarrassing me. If we won the case, why does this guy still look so glum? But I am the thief. Actually, what's the point? What is it, honey? I did my best for you, Ronnie. I know, and I appreciate it, Desi. Do you think maybe we could introduce a third into our relationship? Like maybe someone from the DA's office who has a thing about coffee? But the thing is, come on, give the kid some time. That's true, Gist. That's fair. He's just got a little touch of the blues. You know about feeling blue, right, amigo? Mr. Godot! Wow, what are you doing here? Oh, come on. I just came here to say thanks to my newest buddy. You, Mr. I'm a sucker for the asymmetrical smirk. He's so toothy. You, Mr. Trite. Maybe you should learn my name before you call me buddy. Well, playtime's over. Huh? Early this morning, the body of Kane Bullard was discovered. Kane Bullard? Where have I heard that name before? Isn't that the name of the CEO of KB Security? Wait, body? The estimated time of death was 1 a.m. on October 12th. 1 a.m. on October 12th? You don't mean... That's right, amigo. At the same time that a cheap little urn was being stolen, the CEO of KB Security was being murdered. So then, what are you doing here? Oh, come on. You figured it out already, haven't you, amigo? Or have you already forgotten about that piece of info I helped you out with today? Helped me out? What? On October 12th at 1 o'clock in the morning, Ron DeLight was in the CEO's office, the scene of the murder. After getting that blackmail letter, he must have been imbued with utter rage. What are you saying? It's imbued. Who wrote that? Oh, is it like brew because he's a coffee guy? Are you making coffee puns, Godot? Come on, don't tell me you didn't know. Ron DeLight was once an employee of KB Security. Oh, he doesn't work there anymore. That's why I couldn't say that. He was a professional security guard. An employee of KB Security. Didn't Larry fucking say so? No. Oh, his wife said so. I guess she didn't know he lost his job. It looks like the alibi that saved him from being convicted as a thief is gonna be the noose that gets him hanged. Kind of an anti-alibi. No way. He can't be the thief because he was at the murder scene when the murder occurred. No, that's a lie. It can't be true. But I am a thief, I tell you. Ron DeLight, you're going back to prison again. He's never been in prison before, but okay. This time, the charge is much more serious. This time, you'll be tried for murder. What? This is impossible. I'm looking forward to another exciting showdown, Mr. Trite. You and I aren't through with each other yet. Surely you won't back down from a challenge. You've never been a coward. You don't know me. Mr. Deck, is there something personal between you two? I think maybe I might have fucked him in college. I don't... I've returned from the depths of hell to do battle with you. At least let me have some fun while I'm here. This guy... Who the fuck is this guy? He may be quiet, but he's the most dangerous enemy I've ever faced. No, I think Von Karma was probably more dangerous. I think Manfred Von Karma was probably more dangerous. Also, Shelly the Killer / Matt Ungard, that team was probably more dangerous than this guy also. I don't know if I would say that this is the most dangerous enemy you've ever faced, Phoenix. He's like third most dangerous at most. Gant was also worse. Gant was the fucking chief of police. Great point. Well then, time to say goodbye to Mr. Delight. It is CRISPR Bird. It's kind of a Metal Gear Solid backstory he's got as well. Nick, how could this be happening? Right in front of our very eyes, our client has been arrested for murder. That almost never happens. And the one who established his presence at the scene was me. Ronnie! I agree, the Shreyax. Arrested for murder on the very same day he's declared innocent of larceny. That is the first time that the word larceny has been used in this fucking case. What the heck's gonna happen next? I can't anticipate it, player. Can you? He's a Godot is a solid 6th or 7th most dangerous enemy that Phoenix has ever faced. October 13th, 3:02 p.m., Wright and Company law offices. He is also not quiet. Well, I don't know. I gave him a low and grumbly, like a low volume and grumbly voice. Maybe that's how he's intended to sound. He does do a lot of talking, though. You know, I'm glad we found the urn and all, but poor Mr. Delight got arrested again. Well, supposedly, Mr. Delight was in the CEO's office when the murder occurred. No way, Jose! I don't buy it.
But the one who proved that Mr. Delight was there was Mr. Nick himself.
Player, at least from what I can understand. Looks like you did too good of a job this time, Nick. Yeah, well, how about we get started looking into the KP security murder?
I think I'm gonna head back to Karide Village for a little while, if that's all right.
Sure, but why?
I'm gonna bring the sacred urn back and have some people take a look at it.
Oh, that's a good idea. I think I'll go with...
No, Mystic Maya, you should stay here. I want you two to spend some special quality time together, full of love and happiness.
Pearls is so caught up in her fantasy, she forgot there's a murder to solve. Quoid, it does sound like a name they'd use. Sacred urn given to Pearls. It was removed from the court record? No, I need that. Oh, why couldn't I just keep a photo of it?
Now remember, no fighting, okay?
She's gone. Okay, Nick, time to get going on this murder investigation. So, what do we do now? Isn't it obvious? We should get out there and investigate the murder. Well, first we need to find out exactly where KB Security is located. Hey, why don't we ask Mrs. Delight? She should know. I'll say Ms., you're right. Just really threw my own words in my face by pointing out that married women can use their husband's name but still use Ms. The point is that Ms. is neutral. Besides, I want to ask her some stuff about motorcycles. It's marriage neutral, it's not gender neutral, but motorcycles. You're not thinking of getting one, are you? I'm not the same little Maya who used to be happy with her dinky little bike, Nicky boy. Speaking of asking around, I've got a few questions of my own for Mr. Delight. Okay, well, let's make sure to go to the detention center, too. You must be relieved we got the sacred urn back, huh? You bet. But there's something a little different about it. Don't me. It's pretty obvious, isn't it? RB, so far. So far. I mean, take a look at this. It clearly says I am on the urn in the poster. Oh no, RB. You just reminded me of something that happens in the next case. God damn it. I had completely forgotten about that. God damn it. Okay, well, we'll get there eventually. Look at this. It clearly says I am on the urn in the poster. But the urn we got back says Ami like it always used to. Oh yeah, you're right. Plus the vase has pink splotches on it now. Yeah, just you know what I'm talking about. I'm sure they weren't there before. Maya doesn't know, but 1 year ago, when the urn was broken, the repairer accidentally turned Mystic Ami's name into I am.
Well,
And that repairer was one mechanically unskilled little Pearls. But still, I don't remember ever seeing pink splotches on it. Is it possible that urn is a fake? I'm sure Pearls will find out about that once she gets back to Karine Village. Yeah, I suppose. When I think about it, Maya hasn't been back to Karine Village in a long time. Why don't fucking you go to Karine Village? Yeah, Clavichord. So I guess people still go to Karine Village to do their training, right? Yeah, if you want to become a spirit medium, you need to undergo severe training. So why haven't you been training lately, Maya? Well, lately I've been thinking of heading to a channeling dojo to do just that. Channeling dojo, huh? Sounds pretty serious, whatever that is. If you're gonna train, you have to be serious. Otherwise, real tragedies can happen. Is what happened last year still bothering you? Bum 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 bada bum 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 bum. Quoid, I think that he's probably arrested and I might actually get a chance to talk to Luke at me in the detention center. The murder in her village. It happened because the power of channeling was misused. Clavichord. Very good, Mitchie. No, you got me with the aughts sitcom illusion. When a medium uses the Karine technique, she temporarily loses her own will. So when an especially strong spirit is summoned, the spirit medium can get taken over and even forced to commit terrible crimes, which isn't what happened in the last game. That's why you were arrested. They thought that's what happened, but we proved that it didn't. What's worse in those cases, the spirit medium has no memory of what happened. Bang. That murder. It wasn't your fault, Maya. You know that, don't you? It was literally not even your body being used. You weren't even possessed by a spirit. It was someone else entirely who snuck in during the channeling. I suppose not, but I guess I'm still a bit shaken up, that's all. Sounds like being the master of Karine is gonna be a heavy responsibility. Where's KB security? October 13th, Lordly Manor main exhibition hall. I didn't present Maya with any evidence. I hope I don't have to. The Treasures of Karine exhibit is all ruined now. Maya, I'm sorry, it's just so sad. It's not, you got the urn back, you could have put it here. This was our big chance for everyone to learn about spirit channeling. Maybe I can cheer her up somehow. Well, now that we've got the sacred urn back, maybe they can reopen it. Really? Really? Sure, maybe we can label it the Urn of Mask Damask's Desires. That would probably attract a lot of attention. Whoa, 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 that's brilliant, Nick. We could clean up and be filthy rich. Woohoo! Wow, that was surprisingly easy. Actually, they said that KB security was near Ron's house. So maybe we can get there from here. Oh, Nicky boy, Maya! Ms. Delight. All I wanted to do was help my dear Ronnie. Yeah, but I guess it ended up hurting his case. Don't say that, Nick. She doesn't need your help beating herself up. Hey, Nicky boy, please, please help Ronnie. He's not a killer, I swear. My Ronnie wouldn't hurt a fly. All right, I'll poke around and see what I can find out. Really? Are you serious? Oh, I'm so happy. I knew asking for your help was the right thing to do. I don't know what I can do to help anymore. I had no idea Ms. Delight had such a vulnerable side. Bang 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 bang. Yes, he has a gun and a torpedo in his room. Listen carefully, Nicky boy. My Ronnie would never ever kill anyone. It's just not in him. I don't think he would either, Nick. Yeah, but you have to admit he's got a... I do not have to admit he's got a bit of a temper to him. He seems really insecure and easily frightened and anxious. He does not seem to have a bit of a temper. It's not that hard to imagine him just snapping and screaming, "Please die!"
He would never say that. Anyway, Ms. Delight, he might not be a killer, but he's still going around saying that he's a thief.
I already told you, that's just a fantasy for him. Ms. Delight, I hate to say it, but you're the one living in a fantasy world. That guy I just got acquitted of being the thief is hella the thief. I was lying through my teeth. They're gonna disbar my ass. What? How dare you say that to me, Nicky boy? I know everything about my Ronnie. We don't have any secrets between us. Ronnie isn't the thieving type. He's so honest that he wouldn't even sneak a nap. He's so honest that he wouldn't even steal a glance. A thief. The very idea. I guess I just don't get it.
Huh? Get what?
I just can't understand how they can be so different and yet be such a happy couple.
Yeah, they sure are different.
Come on now, Nicky boy. It's not that mysterious, is it? We're both bottoms. It was love at first sight, for me anyway.
What? For you?
I know, right, Minty? I hate these kinds of people more than anything.
You mean ace detectives?
No, I'm fine with ace detectives.
Oh, so then you must mean thieves.
No, they're all right too. I just hate thieves that pretend to be ace detectives. There's nothing I hate more than cowardly men.
By the way, why did you go to Detective Atmey's office anyway?
Well, as the trial went on, I started to get more and more anxious. I went there to try to find out more about the real criminal.
The real criminal?
Yes, obviously the real Mask to Mask is not my Ronnie, right?
Yeah.
And Detective Atmey knew more about Mask to Mask than anyone else. They mentioned him on Great People Around Town. They mentioned him on the Great People Around Town segment on TV. So then you went there to ask him some questions? That's right. I'll do whatever it takes to save my man. His secretary said, the ace detective isn't in right. What secretary? I've been to his office like 5 times. What the fuck secretary are you talking about? But I forced my way past her and into his hideout. I wouldn't exactly call that office of his a hideout. That bag was sitting right there on top of the table.
Oh yeah, we saw that bag there yesterday too.
Minty, there's nothing lower than someone who would try to pin a crime on someone else. Could we talk about the love at first sight thing, actually?
So was it really love at first sight when you first met Mr. Delight?
Well, maybe not at first sight, but Ronnie saved my life. I was riding a motorcycle, one of the most dangerous things a human being can do. I was at work one day when 2 robbers suddenly rushed in. Well, I'm not the kind to just curl into a little ball in a corner, so I fought back.
Robbers?
Yeah, they took me hostage. I was tied up, gagged. It was like an episode of Totally Spies. Actually, a lot like an episode of Totally Spies, because she's got a cat suit. They were both carrying these huge knives, and I broke down into tears. Yeah, I would too if I were in that situation.
Oh, I think I get it. Did Mr. Delight come running to save you?
Yes, exactly. I remember he looked so handsome in that guard uniform of his. He went right up to those 2 knife-wielding robbers and screamed in their faces. "Please stop it!" he screamed. I could see the robbers' faces turn pale. That high-pitched shriek of his does have a surprisingly strong effect on people. Yeah, huh, look at her. She looks better in the cat suit. She looks all right in the teller's uniform, I guess. Then, crying and swinging his arms like crazy, he attacked the 2 robbers. All by himself, he came to save me, a total stranger, all by himself. He was so scared that he was crying and shaking, but he still risked his life for me. Wow, that's a great story. Yes, he may not look it, but in a tough situation, there's no one better. That's why I fell in love with him like I did. That's so romantic. I'd fall in love with him too, I guess. Nick, I hope you'll do the same for me if I ever get taken hostage. You were taken hostage. I did my best. I sure as fuck didn't run in screaming. With Maya, that possibility always seems to loom in the distance, in the not too distant future. Gulp. Ms. Delight, do you know about KB Security? Don't be silly, of course I do. That's where my Ronnie works. So she thinks he still works there, huh? And yet, according to what we heard today... Come on, don't tell me you didn't know. Ron Delight was once an employee of KB Security. He was a professional security guard. I really like Godot's facial hair. I'm sorry, because the chin, I know it's like kind of a chin strap beard, but he keeps it trimmed and he shaves under the chin. Lucky, thank you for the $10 donation. Thank you, Lucky. I am trying to make rent, so I'm always grateful for donations like that very one. Thank you again. Ron quit. He quit? I thought he would be fired. He doesn't work there anymore. Looks like Ms. Delight doesn't know. KB Security is only about 20 minutes away. By motorcycle, that is. Larry told me it takes 30 minutes by car. Well, I have to admit, I tend to fly pretty fast on my bike. To make it to KB Security that fast, are you sure you aren't literally flying? Why don't I give you a ride sometime? Or better yet, how about now? Okay, I'll ride on your motorcycle with you. Barry really should have a motorcycle, or like a Vespa. She's not enough like Haruko Fooly Cooly yet. No, I'll pass, thanks. Why don't you just tell us where it is and we'll go ourselves? Haha, what a scaredy cat you are, Nick. Ms. Delight told us the location of KB Security. Okay, let's head over there right away, Nick. Bum bum bottom, bum 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 bottom. Barry's already got the leather jacket. Have you guys seen her leather jacket? I don't know if she wears it on stream really, but she's worn it to, I think, both cons I've gone to with her, Unplugged and East. And she's worn it when we've gone out for dinner before. It's really, really nice. It's like a really high quality leather, black studded jacket. She's got, you know, pins stuck to the lapel and such. It's really nice. It's really heavy, but all the weight is like focused on the shoulders. She wore it when we went out to get dinner after my final disastrous Pikmin 2 stream, and she put it around my shoulders because we were eating outside. It was a little chilly. Okay, let's move. I'm reluctant to leave without showing her evidence or profiles, but like, how do you feel about Larry? Oh, this is the guy who delivered Ronnie's wallet. He's got some issues, doesn't he? I could never fuck a guy like that. Let's just say his flirting style is pretty obvious. Pretty stale too, actually. It's pretty sad when the only thing you remember about a man are his lame pickup lines. Whoa! What's even more sad is said man probably believes in those like they're his lifelines. Looks like he blew it again, huh? What do you think about Godot, the gayest man to yet live? Ugh, I don't like this man one bit. He's had it in for my Ronnie from the very beginning. Well, he's a prosecutor, so. It's his fault that Ronnie is under suspicion of committing murder. Plus, he lobbed a coffee grenade at me. You looked pretty silly wearing that mug on your head like a birthday hat. Oh, I know. We can get him back tomorrow by returning fire with a milk grenade. You gonna be channeling Mia? How do you feel about... Let's talk about Luke at me. You already said you didn't like him. I'll never forgive this man. He tried to pin his own crimes on my Ronnie. I don't blame you. All criminals are the same. They're nothing but filthy, sneaking liars. I hate their guts. Okay, I think I get it. And I think I can see why Ron didn't tell her how he was earning the... Okay, listen. Listen. It's very clear that Phoenix thinks that Ron is Mask to Mask. He's said as much a couple times so far in his internal monologue, like during the second half, now that Ron has already been acquitted of it. So he thinks that he perjured himself? He thinks that he, like, made arguments in bad faith? Like, he did not believe that his client was innocent. He argued for a man that he believes and still believes to be guilty. Like, what? Phoenix, you had all these principles at the end of the last game. It was like a real struggle where you had to like, wait, how do I feel about being a lawyer versus I know my client is guilty, how can I defend him? What happened to those fucking principles, Phoenix? Also, you think you put an innocent man behind bars then? You think that Luke Atney was not mask to mask? Let's go to all the way to the CEO's office. Why not? There's not an entryway. I guess it would just be clutter. So I guess this is where it all went down, huh? The walls in here look thick, just like you'd expect in a CEO's office. Actually, right, what does that got to do with anything? No, I'd expect like a big window. You got in with a mob in between games. Again, you should see the next case.
Hey, it's you guys.
Oh, it's Detective Gumshoe.
Today was a real train wreck for you guys, huh?
Sure was, pal. That prosecutor made real fools out of us. I mean, he did lose the case, but
yeah, I feel for you.
Wow, that's not like you at all. I thought you'd be more like... Oh, I see. Okay, Garrulus, that's fair. So you're suggesting... I don't know that... I don't know that there's, like, Phoenix has said enough to establish this, but it would make sense if Phoenix believed that Atney was a copycat thief who did this case specifically, but that Ron is masked to mask the rest of the time. That would explain why Phoenix is able to, like, morally justify what he did to himself, but it doesn't really check out for the rest of the story. Oh, that was great. You guys got what you deserved, pal. Ho, 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 ho. Or something to that effect.
Do I really sound like that to you, pal?
If the gumshoe fits.
Well, anyway, the point is, I can tell when someone puts their heart into their jobs. And I can sympathize when things don't go your way. Sometimes I feel like wrong is the only way things go for us detectives.
Wow, I had no idea Detective Gumshoe was such a nice guy. No, Christopher, it's not said textually. Now, if this little love fest is over, maybe we can start investigating. I hate you, Gumshoe. Speaking of investigating and Gumshoe, I don't think I will be streaming Ace Attorney Investigations. First of all, didn't only the first one get an English release at all? And second of all, I probably don't want to play a game where I'm playing as the cops. Banana. Wow, this safe is unbelievable. I bet 4 pearls would fit in there. It's a standard unit of volume. And it's got a bunch of doohickeys attached to it. Pretty amazing, all right. Motion sensors, heat sensors, weight sensors. No, that's the new retro turbo encabulator from Rockwell Automation. Hey, Nick, come on, let's open it and take a look. I broke into one of these. Wouldn't that set me down the path to Hoodlumville? Is that a vent? Oh shit. No, the stream. Come back, please. Come back, please. Oh man. Seems like I've had nothing but stream trouble lately. Fuck. Do you got me, Arbeat? I don't think you got me. I think that I am barely coming through. Like, it's pretty low, the bitrate presently. Coming in and out, still freezing the video for a few seconds as the audio still plays. Okay, cool. I'm gonna message MK. All right. Yeah, shut up with your encoding overloaded. Boom, 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 boom. You'll have to pardon me, viewer, while I figure this shit out. Upload speed is increasing. How's the bitrate look right now? Bitrate is still not great. Fuck, man. Thanks, Maddox. That's true, Minty. I mean, I do have the game music playing. It's pretty fun. Unless you think I should swap to the Be Right Back screen. Although that would probably freeze, but you guys would be getting the music fine. I'm actually surprised that I'm having trouble. My upload bitrate isn't terrible. Thanks, Maddox. Man, this is brutal. It could be a Twitch issue, but fuck. I'm on the Ethernet, Minty, but my mom's internet was having a lot of trouble at the beginning of the day. It's brutal because if I were home, I could say, no, the CPU is only running at 3%. This is a connection issue. It's brutal because if I were at home right now, I could say, oh, this is Twitch's fault. Because Twitch has problems like this all the time. But this happened this morning and it was definitely my internet connection and not Twitch. So I'm gonna try ending stream and coming right back, and we'll